What's up, dudes? Welcome. Glad you're here. Chasing my tail this morning. Yo, Jeffrino. Good to see you guys. Hi, Jones. Yo, Blanco, what up, dude? Yeah, that was wild, man. I've been, I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Hit go. And then the OBS crashed. I'm like, fiddlesticks. And, and then, okay, hit go. And then my brain's like, yeah, but you don't have any water. And also you were going to get a coffee. And also you haven't had any breakfast. And also you have to go to the bathroom. And also you got to get your meds. And also, and I'm like, well, then why did I hit go? Like, oh, well. So I went and did a million things. And now we're here. How are you guys doing? How's hump day? How's the middle of the week treating you? How have you been for the last couple days, and what are you looking forward to in the next couple days? I am more than happy to be here. I'm excited to get going. I'm actually kind of looking forward to Minecraft today. I don't know what it is lately. It's just been having a hard time figuring out what to play, because I know what it is. It's just like my brain is like, you're gonna play Final Fantasy VII in 2 weeks. And I'm like, well, great, but like, then what? What do I do now? So I think Minecraft has just been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. I'm hoping to remember to get the weird pictures on yesterday. I crave the mines. It's I'm hoping to get the weird pictures up tomorrow, so we'll do that. But today we're gonna do like kind of a check-in Devo kind of thing. You seen some of the celebrity videos made on the movie? I think my kids made me watch a couple that were like from the Hermitcraft guys, but not really. Being productive, cleaning the house, very good. Digging a hole. That's me. Bear Grylls, Gordon Ramsay on the set of Minecraft. All right, they screwed up that first trailer so monumentally. They're like, let's just get all the celebrities on here because, man, we screwed that up. The second trailer was a lot better though. Like I still think it's weird that they got Jack Black to go full Jack Black mode on it. Like, it's not like he can't act. He can act. Like, yeah, he can be a comedian or whatever. So great. But the way that it looked in the trailer was just like unscripted Jack Black, go talk about Minecraft, and then we'll call that a movie. And it was just, especially since people care about this game so much, and many people's lives are invested in it. It's their favorite content. It's the stuff that they use for comfort. It's the like the people that they watch online, all Minecraft. Like some of their peer groups are Minecraft peer groups. They go to school and they play Minecraft. Like it's a big part of their life. And then to have that first trailer being like, oh, you've screwed it all up. And then they have to be like, well, it's not for you. It's for the children. I'm like, yeah, well, the children take it more seriously than I do. I promise you. We'll see. Had to bust out the backup rogue. Kind of looks like Iron Man themed. But I had to break it out because my other one was not clean. I love that they leaned into the children yearn for the mines. I bet that was Jack Black ad-libbing. I don't know anybody in Hollywood would write the words, the children yearn for the mines into a script. I'm finally broken out black cherry. I've been like the flavor that I got before, like the lemonade one. It's only kind of good. I just figured out what it tastes like. I finally figured out what it tastes like. Marmalade. It tastes like marmalade. Which is, I love marmalade. I really do. I like marmalade. But like, you how many days of the week do you want to have marmalade? 2. You know what I mean? So like, I finally went back into my black cherry because I've been holding off because I'm like, I don't want to reorder and I don't want it to be gone and I wanted to drink it, but and so today's a really good day. Yummy. Someone took the phrase and turned it into a game, called it Mine. I mean, you're not wrong. Like all day at school, they're yearning for the mines. They really are. It's not a coincidence that they all like it. I like it. It's got amazing staying power. Like, truly incredible how it can keep going and going and going. Although Stardew Valley is sort of similar like that, right? Like, you buy it once and you get content forever. That's kind of fun. Unlike, say, like Call of Duty or all of live service games where every time you turn around, they're charging you more stuff. Like, one of the reasons I like Wuthering Waves and right now Nikki is because every once in a while, they'll just dump a whole new thing on your lap. But yeah, it gives you that compulsion to be like, I'm going to miss out on stuff. I got the FOMO. Here's my money. But you still get, like, even then, a free to play, you get to wander around and see some cool stuff. And so it's nice when you've got games like that. Back in my day, they didn't have that. Back in my day, they didn't even finish games. They just sent out what they had, broken as flip. More things change, the more they stay the same, right? So how you guys doing? Today we're going to be talking about Psalm 3. It's kind of struck me this morning. I was like, sitting down doing my devos, and I'm like, okay, what do I want to do this year, or at least this season of my life when it comes to, Devo time? And I was kind of back and forth, do I do this Devo, or do I do that book, or do I read through a gospel or whatever? And we talked about the Psalm 1 a few days ago, and the Psalms really kind of grabbing onto me. And there have been a few times where I've worked my way through the Psalms. It really touches the heart. So that's what we're going to do today. And then we're going to play Minecraft. So I'll tell you what, it's always an AMA. If you guys want to talk about something, by all means, let's chat. And I'm going to find my freaking Jazz Lounge. There it is. Feel free to interrupt at any time. Today is not really a recording. Obviously, it's not going to be something that we're going to be, well, it might be posted online, but like you can talk all the way through it. Like, it's not a podcast. Let's fire it up. Where the heck is my browser? There we go. There. Weird. I totally thought I fixed that. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Okay. Awesome. Okay, there we go. PS3. Let's go. Let me pray real quick, and then we'll jump into the Devo. Feel free to interrupt. Feel free to chat along the way. Feel free to do whatever. Ask questions. Tell your friends. All that. But yeah, we're just gonna do normal Devo time today. God, thanks for the day. Thanks for your love, and thanks for the blessing of being able to read your word and have it speak to us. Thank you for it being living and active. Thank you for it having the power to not only speak into our lives, but convict us and encourage us to give us, to let us know what your thoughts are on all parts of our life, and to be able to step into your light. So some of us who are listening, we have been avoiding your Bible, and we have been trying to go on our own, or we have pridefully, arrogantly thought we don't need you anymore, or that we have enough of you. Or we have been through so much negative, dark stuff, we've started to accuse you of being the one who's against us, and so we avoid your word. I pray as we open up the Bible today and talk about Psalm 3, that you'd help it to encourage us and point us back to you. Amen. Hey, Supersonic, Saved by Grace, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Okay. There, sort of. There we go. Doing well. Not as tired at the moment as I tend to be. Well, that's nice. You wake up and you're like, I have energy. Why? What did I forget? What am I supposed to do that I'm not doing right now? That's the question. I think, I'm in trouble. Yeah, it's, I remember you wake up in the morning sometimes and it's like, oh, I feel pretty good. What time is it? Oh, it's 10. That would explain it. That would explain it. Didn't set my alarm. Now it's 10 o'clock and that's why I feel well rested. But I'm glad, man. That's really good. So we're going to be, the reason that this kind of came up today and the reason that we're talking about Psalm 3 is, one, because it was in my devos, but two, as I was looking at some of the stuff that people were talking about on the Discord and people going through and whatnot, there's sort of this consistent theme, not really consistent. I've found a few of them, so not like everybody, but about this idea that like things are rough and where is God in this? And things are rough and how do we face this as so consistent, the difficulty, where's God in that? And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk about this psalm, but I want to bring up the notes. I don't do this very often, and that is open up the notes so that we can read it. There you go, layout options, 2 column. Notes. That one. There we go. And the reason maybe you guys can't see the whole thing, but can I? No, I can't. Okay, there we go. But I thought that the study of Psalm 3 was actually really encouraging today. So let me kind of go through that together with you guys, and then you guys can reflect on it or whatever, or just keep me in the background and see, maybe it'll help. I'll read the psalm first, and then we're going to go through the notes, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. So, Psalm 3, Psalm of David when he fled from Absalom, his son. Things were not going well for him, right? He had family troubles, the family troubles were getting chased by his own kid to get killed so he can usurp the throne. It was not cool. And so he wrote this. It's written for him, but it's also, written because he was sort of been through some stuff universally difficult. And, we've all been through things that are like, man, everybody's kind of been through that really hard thing. Let's go through this together. And so people grabbed onto this psalm and were like, okay, let's use this as part of Israel's worship.
Congratulations, Musical
universally
Angel.
Applicable.
You are the first person to enter the chat and have been first 3 times.
Hello, Musical Angel. Good to see you. Welcome to the chat. Glad you're here. That was supposed to ding. It didn't ding. I'm hoping for a ding. But if I miss your thing, just know that I'm not doing it on purpose. Your chat. So he's going through a bunch of stuff, and so he writes this, right? Let's read it. O Lord, how many are my foes? Many are rising against me. Many are saying of my soul, there is no salvation for him in God. Okay? Why is the audio so late into stream? What do you mean? Is it lagging? You might want to refresh, man, because everything on my side is 5x5, so I don't really see anything going sideways. Oh, I'd imagine because I don't know, man. I just work here. No idea. Oh, first in chat. That was for YouTube, dude. Yeah, that was YouTube. Yeah, first in chat. I should write that and say first in chat and YouTube. Welcome to YouTube or something. That's what that was. Sorry. All right. So let's. Oh Lord, how many are my foes? Many are rising against me. Many are saying of my soul, there is no salvation for him in God. That's the theme, right? That's the theme. There is no salvation for him in God. But you, O Lord, are a shield about me, my glory, and the lifter of my head. I cried aloud to the Lord, and he answered me from his holy hill. I lay down and slept. I woke again, for the Lord sustained me. I will not be afraid of many thousands of people who have set themselves against me all around. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God. For you strike all my enemies on the cheek. You break the teeth of the wicked. Salvation belongs to the Lord. Your blessings be on your people. Okie dokie, Jerry. Sounds good. Do you live there? I kind of doubt it if you're able to come and talk to me on TikTok. Have how many are my foes? Many are rising against me. So let me read a bit of the intro. Like it's going to be reading today, and I apologize. Normally, what I do is I kind of exposit it myself, and we talk about it. But there's some really good notes in here, and so I want to let you know what's going on here. So what he sees, right? What he sees. The opening of the psalm lays out the desperate situation with its repetition of many. The description here ties in well with 1 Samuel 5. Many, there no salvation for him. The how many are my foes? This isn't just he's being chased by Absalom, his son. He's being chased by, the army, his army, and it's just kind of the worst. Psalm 3:2, this is the whole theme. Salvation here generally refers in the Old Testament to both physical and spiritual deliverance from danger. The fact that they are saying this of his soul indicates that the enemies are taunting him. Yo, what up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Not Clyde TV. Welcome. Now I know what you're not. That's good. Glad to be here. Glad you're here. Hello again, Lane 3. Yo, Brent. How you doing, Bob Bear? Yo, Sensei. Gasha Samosa. I like samosas. Those are good. Sharwin Jimmy, good to see you. Came for the devotional stream. All right, rock and roll. Well, I can start over then. I'm at the very beginning. We've barely started. Thank you for coming by. Welcome to the stream. You don't know who I am. My name's XtianNinja. My mission here is to build community and spend time together online. On Mondays, we do Bible stuff. Tuesdays, we do content creator Taco Tuesday stuff, where I teach creator stuff. And then with Wednesdays, we do Wednesday Check-In. And that is where I go look at the Discord, see what's going on in the community, and then spend time talking about like sort of things that are close to the heart of the community. And then Thursday we do silly weird stuff and have fun. So thanks for being here. Oh, if you don't know, I'm the executive director of TACO, the Alliance for Creative Outreach, which is a network of Christian content creators that we found a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of creators that were struggling alone, didn't have support, didn't have education, or didn't have training, and didn't have discipleship. And so we're like, we need to fix that. And so we created Taco, and we have the Taco Discord, the Taco team, Taco training, Taco book. And so we're doing our best to try to serve as many Christian content creators as possible. So if you're curious, by all means, join the Discord. Lots of creators there, lots of creator communities there, lots of prayer and chatting and memes and all kinds of stuff. So thank you for coming by. I appreciate you being here. I don't know how you found me, because I don't recognize your name. Not Clyde, Clydette or Clyde TTV. So thank you for coming by. I don't know who brought you over, but thank you very much. It is extremely dope. The dopeness is absolutely true. That seems a little too wide. There we go. Somebody mentioned my overlays. Now I have to fix them. Not Clyde. Okay, not Clyde brought you over. I don't know how Not Clyde found me, because I don't remember seeing him in my chat. And Not Clyde is forgive me if you have been. I just don't remember you being here. Thank you for coming, regardless. Good to see you, Musical Angel. That scared the life out of me. I'm sorry. It gets a little loud in here. I completely agree. Let me start over the Devo, since we got some new folks here. We haven't got that far in, and so I thought let's just catch you guys up. We're talking about Psalm 3, which is a time where David's going through a really hard time. He's got a lot of family issues. He's got a lot of people who are he's got armies that are against him. Like he's done good things in his life. And then now, as he's running away, as he's getting in trouble, the accusations that are coming against him is that he's done so many bad things that he is beyond salvation, right? And so I'll read it again. There's no harm in reading it again, and then we'll go back to the notes. And it says this: "O Lord, how many are my foes? Many are rising up against me. Many are saying of my soul, there is no salvation for him in God. But you, O Lord, are a shield about me, my glory and the lifter of my head. I cried aloud to the Lord, and he answered me from his holy hill. I laid down and slept. I woke again, and the Lord sustained me. I will not be afraid of many thousands of people who have set themselves against me all around. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God. For you strike all my enemies on the cheek. You break the teeth of the wicked. Salvation belongs to the Lord. Your blessing be on your people." Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. And hello, Samus. The first part that I want you to notice is that he's in a bad place, right? The psalm lays out the desperate situation with the repetition of the word many. This, like you have, Lord, how many are my foes? Many are rising against me. Many are saying of my soul, there is no salvation for him in God. This isn't one thing. This isn't one thing happening. There's a lot of things happening. A lot of people are rising up. And I would just want to pause and kind of give the reason for it is because I want to, give me a sec to come back around to that, Musical Angel. I'll answer that. Just give me a minute. The reason that I want to talk about this, it hit my heart because I don't want to over spiritualize it, but I think we can rightly say that there are people in the chat and there are people who are streamers, people who are on the stream, people who are going through stuff, and it feels like there's a lot, right? Many foes, many things rising against you, many people who are in your head. We can spiritualize this with like, the enemy keeps telling me over and over and over, God doesn't like you anymore. God's against you. There's no salvation for you. God is not on your side, right? There are many who are rising against, like there's situations in your life and there are people in your life, whether it be your boss or, you feel like the government or like your family or your friends, your school, your just things are people, instead of supporting you, instead of loving you, instead of helping you out, instead of seeing things from your side, instead they see, you feel like they're rising against you. And that there aren't just one, but there are many. That when you look out at the world, what you see is foes. You see people who are actively, purposely trying to make you miserable. And I think if you let that thought process go, it can be really dark. And I know for me, because of stuff that's happening, sort of in my life, because of the difficulty of that I've been through, there have been times in my life where I have had foes. I have had many people rise against me. I've had people try to shut me down. I've had people tell me, you're not a real Christian. You're not a real pastor. You're not a real, God, you should be fired. You should be kicked out. All kinds of accusations. And it's really easy to get into a dark place where you start believing that not only is the world against you, but God's against you too, right? God's against you too. I'll throw it out there and ask the question, has any of you, are you now or have you in the past felt that feeling of, there are a lot of people who don't understand me. There are many who seem to be not only getting in my way, but actively trying to make my life worse. And that they are not only attacking me or making things worse, sort of physically, like materially, but spiritually. And I'm discouraged because I want to be loved and I want to be cared for and I want to be encouraged. And it just feels like the world is against that. Have you been there? The second part of that, if you look at how media functions and how Reddit or Twitter or Facebook or any of the social media, they kind of run on negative energy. Thank you for the follow. And everybody gets the clicks, or a lot of people get the clicks because because of what they're against. They set themselves against things. They set themselves, this person is horrible. This person is horrible. This person's horrible. And that's just kind of the vibe. Everything is bad. The government's against you. Teachers are against you. Leaders are against you. The church is corrupt. You're, you can't trust anyone. You can't even trust your own mind. It's just, the more you listen to that, right? Currently overcoming, yeah. The more you listen to that, the more this first two verses kind of feels real. Many of my foes, so many things are rising against me. And I've got people that are saying, like, of my soul, people are saying to me, like, really discouraging me, not only from a practical perspective and, making it hard to find a job or hard to keep being encouraged, but spiritually. I just feel like it's not just me, it's God that's against me. And people seem to be agreeing with that, right? Let me answer that question, Musical Angel, at the end of the Devo. So if you stick around for that, I will answer it. But this is you gotta really enjoy the buts in Scripture. Those are my favorite things in the whole world is the buts in Scripture. And verse 3:2 says, salvation here is referred generally in Old Testament refers to both physical and spiritual deliverance from danger. The fact that they're saying this of his soul indicates that the enemies are taunting him. His sins are so bad, they imply, that God can't save him. This is the other side. The accuser of your soul, and we can get really, we will over spiritualize here. The accuser of your soul, the person that your enemy, is always trying to convince you that God is against you, that you've sinned too much, that you are beyond salvation. You shouldn't read the Bible anymore. You never listen to it anyway. You shouldn't pray anymore. God's not listening. Shouldn't go to church anymore. Everyone will judge you. You don't belong with those kind of people. You shouldn't talk to anybody anymore. Because you're going to end up making everybody worse, right? You're a negative influence on everybody. So therefore, why are you shouldn't go anywhere. And the accuser will continue to tell you there's no salvation. There's no salvation for you. There's nowhere you can go. There's no one you can be. There's nowhere you can trust. There's no one you can connect to. And God himself is done with you. Which is why after you've sinned or after you've screwed up or after you feel guilty, picking up the Bible or going to church or talking to a friend or calling the pastor or calling a Christian friend is really, really hard, because the enemy is inside your head going, you know what? God's not going to save you from this. That's one step too far. One step too far. Angel says, I run a Christian club at my college, and it feels like the head of the clubs doesn't like my clubs. He's never said anything, but he makes it harder to run the club for me and easier for the LGB club. Hello, Bob. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Yeah, well, and that's the thing, right? You feel like you're doing the right thing. You feel like, or at least you don't feel like you deserve the ire you're getting. You don't feel like you deserve the misery people are putting in front of you. And you feel like you've tried, where's God in that? The baseline of this whole reason that I'm talking about this is because there are people that are in the chat, the people that are in the Discord, people that are in my life and me, who have had that struggle with, where's God in this? If you look at my devos today, it's just like a page of questions. Just what it is. It's just Jerry Seinfeld meets like Job. What's the deal with life, and what about this, and what about that, and what about this, and how do I do this, and what do I do about that, and where are you in this, and how am I supposed to react to that, and where did this come from, and why am I facing this, and how do I get through it? And there's no answer, there's no nothing. It's just brrr. And when I open up the Bible and finding Psalm 3, it was the first line, "Oh Lord, how many are my foes? How many are rising against me? Many are saying." And it just looked at my devos and went, yeah, I just gave a list of foes, not just people, but spiritually in situations that are just making life miserable. And I'm like, how many are they? There's so many things that are really hard in my life right now. There's no salvation. Like, I can't get out of this. And it's so consistent that it feels like it's never going to leave, which is that line, there is no salvation for him in God, right? It's never going to leave. You're always going to be miserable. Hey, praise God, Musical Angel. 12 mini Bibles. That's great. Let's keep reading kind of the notes here. Psalm 33, 3-6 says, what he believes. So the first one is what he sees, right? I see foes. Second, what he believes. The singer calls to mind the variety of ways in which God has cared for him in the past and how he was able, in faith, to sleep peacefully in the face of danger. These past experiences built his confidence for the present, enabling him to walk by faith, not by sight. Okay? So that next part is, but you, O Lord, are a shield about me, my glory, the lifter of my head. I cried aloud to the Lord, and he answered me from his holy hill. I lay down at dawn. I woke again, for the Lord sustained me. I will not be afraid of many thousands of people who have set themselves against me all around. Right here, 3-5 is past tense, right? You are a shield about me. In other words, you have acted as a shield about me so far. My glory, the lifter of my head. You have been the one who, when I am down, you are the one who lifts up my head. I cried to you, like in the past, I have yelled out to you as I have done before, and I have brought to you my tears and my emotions and my difficulty and my problems and all the overwhelm that I have, and I've cried to you, and you have answered me in that time. Right? You came from this place, like for us, like it feels like God comes from heaven or sends a messenger from heaven, like that holy place that's far away. God came and he answered me. And then in that time before, I was able to lay down and sleep. And when I woke again, I felt like I had more energy. It's funny that, Sonic said the same kind of thing, is that, I woke up with more energy today than I kind of expected. This part here, I think, is a really important key for me and for anybody who's going through that first 2 verses. And that is to remember what you've been through, remember what you've faced, remember what how you went through it, what's happened, and what God did then, right? For me, like, there have been times in my life where and it's been way worse than it is right now. Like, I've had people, like, literally making my life miserable, literal actual abuse, literal like psychological torture happening to me because of where I was. And God sustained me through it, right? I'm still here. I'm still a Christian. I'm still in ministry. I still have Christian friends. I'm still reading God's word, right? God has sustained me through it. Right now, as like this morning's Devo, which is all questions, what the heck, I don't know what to do with it in my life right now, is I've been there and worse. And so that reminder of kind of going, okay, God, you have been a shield around me. As in other words, as my attackers have come and as all these things happen, you have prevented them from overwhelming and overcoming me. You lifted my head. I have been down in the dirt. I've felt like absolute crap. And there have been times since then where I have felt really good. You've sent a person to help me. You have given me energy. You've given me sustenance. You've given me, resources. You've given me energy or like encouragement beyond what I could understand. I remember a time where I was going through a really hard time, and it was very difficult. I got to the point where I just physically stopped. My body wouldn't move anymore. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to take another step, God. I am so done. I'm so done. There's nothing left in me. No energy, no desire, no nothing. I don't know what to do from here. And God, in his mercy, right, he gave me the energy for one more step. He let me get to the car. He let me get home. And during that crisis moment where I really did feel like I just wanted to lay down and die, he was there for me, which is in the past. And so that's, I think, step 1 here is asking the question and where has God been with you, and where he has shown his encouragement to you, where he's shown all the good things that he can do to, through, and for you in the past. Because otherwise you will get overwhelmed. Otherwise you can't face it. There are too many foes. There's too many things rising against you, too many accusations, and too many thoughts in your head of, God's against me. So taking the time to do that sort of that cognitive processing, that choosing of changing perspective and going, well, where have I been in the past? So I'll ask chat, and I'll say, basically say, share a story or share a moment or share a time, or just say, yes, I've been there. To, in the past, I have seen God work a miracle in my life during a difficult time, right? That I was able to get through a difficult time because God was there in a real way, right? If you've experienced that, just say something in chat. Put just an emote or something, so that you can admit that God has been there for you. God has taken you through something and you're on the other side of it, or you are still going through it and you haven't been overcome yet. I've definitely experienced that multiple times. Have you? Take a bite. God is so good. Not up and down, yeah. Is that Jono? Nope. He looked like Jono. The step 1, I think, of doing this and trying to get over these moments of overwhelm is to remember where you've come from, what you've been through, what you've faced, what God has taken you through, how you got through it, where the resolution came from, where the resolve came from. I think like Musical Angel talking about how my club, I feel like someone's against me and they're trying to shut down my club or make my club miserable, right? Looking back and kind of going, well, how did I get this club? How many miracles did it take for me to be able to set this thing up? How many miracles of provision has it been that I was able to do this? What has happened in the past? You talked about 12 mini Bibles, right? What has God done in the past to show that he's with what I do, right? And yeah, God is with us in every crisis. So that's step one, right? Is kind of remembering what you believe. What do you believe about God? This is the accusation. Too many foes, too many issues, too many situations, and God's not there. But what do you believe? I believe that God is a shield. I believe God is my encourager. I believe that when I cry out to him and I ask for help, that he is there. He will answer and he'll be present. That there are times in the past where I felt bad, scared, miserable, depressed, anxious, and I was able to sleep. And when I woke again, God had kept me going. God had sustained me. Therefore, verse 6, right? I will not be afraid of many thousands of people who have set themselves against me all around. So therefore, because of all the things I've seen that God has done in the past, through scripture, for people that, biographies I've read, for the people that are around me in church, for the small group that I connect to, etc., all those, God has been with them. In the middle of this, I feel like it might be hopeless, but God has done so many things in my past and the past of others to demonstrate and show that despite how much is against, he still can get through. He still gets us through. Yeah, I'm the one running it is a miracle. Exactly, musical angel. That's a very good point. Because you could have been, far worse off and not able to serve. Yeah, exactly. Okay, verse 7. What he prays for. Verse 7. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God, for you strike all my enemies on the cheek, you break the teeth of the wicked. What he prays for. The singer calls on the Lord to save him now as he has in the past. Save and salvation look back to the taunt in verse 2, right? Many are saying there's no salvation for you. You're beyond salvation. This rescue is the Lord's to give or withhold as he sees fit and not under the control of the enemies. The prayer does not replace work. Instead, it is what makes the work effective. That last line, and part of this, I wanted to do these notes is because they were super helpful to me. Like, this rescue is not the Lord's. This rescue is the Lord's to give or withhold. In other words, these enemies and all these thoughts and whether it be spiritual or otherwise, or that guy, the guy who's up your nose at the Christian club, or the person that's at work making you miserable, or that person at church that makes it hard to go to church, or your husband, wife, brother, sister, cousin, roommate, friend, school people that just make life miserable. It is not up to them as to how you get through this, as to whether or not you are saved through this, as to whether or not this is useful. God's salvation, it is completely up to him, right? And it all comes down to what you believe about God's character. Do you believe that God can rescue? Do you believe that God can use this for good? Do you believe that God can train you through this? Do you believe that there is something that God is doing that's bigger than you can understand in this, and that you will get through this too, because God is present in it, right? It is not the enemies who get to choose what God does. It is God who gets to choose. He's bigger than them. And the prayer doesn't replace work. Instead, it's what makes the work effective. In other words, it's not like you sit around and you go, okay, I'm not going to, God, do whatever you want. You still got to get up. You still got to, go to school, go to work. You still got to do stuff. But instead of doing it as, I have to be there, I have no choice, there's nothing I can do, this place is miserable, I feel bad, you can show up and you can kind of go, I don't know how God's going to save me, I don't know when God's going to save me, but I do know that as I do this, as I work, as I continue on, as I serve, that God is the one who's going to make the work effective. God is the one who's going to bring encouragement. God is the one who's going to sustain it. I'm just going to keep showing up, right? What is Angel doing? I believe that a lot of my mental struggles lead back to me not remembering God's true character. A lot of us do. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. Because the enemy is very good. The father of lies is what he's called. And, the accuser of the brethren he's called. Like, his real job is to accuse you of things that God has forgiven you from, and to tell you you are guilty. Guilty. Right? To lie to you about God's feelings about you, to lie to you about what he says, to lie to you about what the word says, to manipulate it. Thank you. I appreciate the follow. And then as you believe him, like, say you get farther from the word, say you're not hanging out with Christian people, say you're not listening to, sermons or Christian music or whatever, like, you kind of pull yourself away from the faith, the faithful, and the word of God. Those lies start to make sense. Those lies start to become truth in your brain, and the accusations start to settle, and you start to going, okay, I really did do the bad thing. Maybe God is mad at me. Maybe God is punishing me. Maybe God is struggling with or maybe I'm struggling because God has chosen to be against me. Or, maybe God doesn't want to listen to my prayers, et cetera, et cetera. And that's why we have to go back to, who is God really? What are God's promises? Does God promise to forgive? Yes. Does God promise to ever bring it back up again and accuse us of it? He says he'll never do that, right? If God is love, and the definition of love, love is patient, love is kind, love is, it does not envy, it does not boast. If God is love, if that definition of him, and that's how he loves us, then therefore he's not against. He's not manipulating things in the background to make us miserable. He's not tempting us so that we can fail. He's actually walking with us, and it's us that forget. It's we that forget what he's like, which is why we really need to stay with the Christian counseling and stay with the word and stay with people and stay with Christians. And it's one of the reasons that we started in the Taco Discord, that prayer channel, why we have been working to get a prayer, why we have a prayer person in charge of organizing the prayer lists and putting together the prayer lists and having it be purposefully taken care of. Why we have a prayer team of people that pray for that stuff. Why we spend so much time there is because there's so many folks who are struggling with stuff. We have a mental health channel because there's so many folks going through stuff and they need Christian connection. A lot of people that are on Twitch, a lot of online folks, they feel very lonely all the time. And it's easy for the enemy to get in their head. It's easy because they're on the internet and they're just awash with negativity. They're Googling stuff and they're coming up with, weird things about God. Suddenly all that starts to make too much sense to them and they feel like God is against them. And it's because exactly what you're saying, what is Angel doing, is we forget what God's true nature is because we get farther from him, right? The erosion of third spaces is real. It's true. No, you're dead on. You're dead on. And which is what we're trying to create digitally, right? It's what we're trying to create digitally. It's hard to do because you can hide behind it and because it's passive, right? If you were say part of a church with, in a building or whatever in your community, then there's a guy there or there's a group there, there's people there that can be like, hey, where's so-and-so? Let's go knock on their door. We can't do that digitally, right? You're behind you have a username. We don't know where you live. We can't follow up. If you decide to delete Discord and never come back to the stream again, we'll never find you. It's one of the hardest things about being an online pastor, about being in digital ministry, is that I require the people on the other side that are going through really hard times who choose to show up, to choose to text, to choose to send a message, just choose to say prayer, ask for prayer, to choose to come to stream, right? And when you're really down and when things are really depressive and things are really hard, it's hard to do that. And you can be really, really lonely, especially when the enemy gets in your head and starts saying things like, you shouldn't come to stream, you shouldn't come to the Discord, you're just a negative person who's making everybody miserable. Keep that negativity to yourself. Stop infecting others. It's a lie, because the truth is you should be coming to those places extra because you've got so much negativity in your head so that you can be experiencing positivity as given from people who care about you, right? That's the truth. But when your head is not in the right place, the depression hits, mental health struggles, you tend to pull away. It's really difficult. Jish says, I had a similar conversation during the stream the other day, but someone brought up how churches should have gyms. And after thinking about that for a few seconds, I actually really dig the idea. Too many places of faith have church mentally. Well, I mean, there are a lot of churches that have gyms. It's just not the little ones or the medium-sized ones. It's larger churches. Many of them have gyms. Many of them have social groups during the week. Many of them have training that isn't spiritual training, like things like computer courses or English courses or addiction counseling or all kinds of stuff like that. And a lot of them have youth groups that actually do active stuff. But you're right. You're very right in that. So often you come to church and there's so many things that just are up here. When you get out, you don't realize the benefit of just going for a walk. Having someone kind of go, hey, let's go for a thing. Come sit in the coffee shop with me for a bit. You need some fresh air, and how freeing that can be. Ukulele said, even hard to just see that someone is struggling. IRL, maybe they look sad or quiet. In chat, they just chat less. Or, yeah, exactly. Or are they trolling? Are they being, they being difficult on purpose? Like, it's really hard to find out. You're right. Hey, X, good to see you. Oh, really? I went to what might be considered a mega church, and they got rid of their coffee shop, and now there isn't much to offer before or after service. Oh, that sucks. See, I'm not anti-big church. I've never been anti-big church. Major bougie vibes. See, I've served in churches that have had thousands of people, and I've served in churches that had 30 people. Right? I've served in churches that were part of a suburban, mostly everybody was the same color and ethnicity and everything. And I've served in multi-ethnic, nobody was the same color. We had the whole rainbow, like it was and the best potlucks in the entire universe. Right? So I've served a lot of different places. And I'm not anti-big church. I don't think big churches are bad any more than I think small churches are better. Right? It's just like it's what they're able to offer, where the heart is and what they're able to do. Each one has their own struggles. But it would really suck. Like the reason that you had the coffee shop, or the reason that you had the drop-in, or the reason that you had the Wednesday night, gaming session, or the Wednesday night like video, not video, I keep saying video games, but like board games or prayer group or whatever, is to get people out of the house. Back in the day, the church was the social center of the entire community. It was where people went for the dance, and that's where they went for graduation, and that's where they went when they were married, and that's where they went when they were buried, and that's where they went for everything. And now so much of that has been dissipated into government and into private and into whatever. The church has lost its identity, and the only thing it has left is that spiritual, intellectual side. You really got to battle for what other things we can do for the community that will actually serve them. It's struggling here. Let me get, hi, Pastor G, give me a second. Like here, my instinct is often to do devos, do like let's talk about big esoteric theological, ideas and all kinds of, things like that, because that's my wheelhouse. That's what I like doing. I'm a preacher, I'm a teacher. That's what I like. I like living up here. But I also know that if we don't play together, if we don't hang out together, if we don't joke together, if we don't look at memes together, if we don't spend time doing other silly stuff, if we don't demonstrate ourselves to be human, it actually works against the spiritual. It works against what I'm trying to do with all the up here stuff. You need to have both. You're absolutely right. Having a gym would be awesome. Yeah, I know. I've known some of you. I've also worked at some big churches, but I prefer small organic groups. And that's nothing wrong with that. That's just a stylistic thing, right? Personally, I would like to go to a big church. I go to a medium-sized church right now. I think big churches have their own value if you are willing to step up. That's the difference. In a little church, it's like, well, what do you need? Well, we need you to do this and welcome, and we can't get away from everything, and you're now involved because 20 people knew who you are. In the church, you have to choose. You have to choose to show up. You have to choose to go to small group. You have to choose to sign the card. You have to choose to whatever, because half the time nobody can, if you're there or not. And if you're going through mental health issues, that's hard to do sometimes. G says, sorry, 1 second there, X. Give me a sec. After I left my old church, says Pastor G, I sent them a number of ideas for better using their facility when no one was there as a service or community, third spaces, even revenue pricing. I didn't think about a gym. You work with what you got. You work with what you got. I don't know if you guys ever were at Awana. Awana is crazy when it comes to gym stuff. Golly. There's so much happening at Awana physically. Dangerous. G says, I've recently become more jaded against big churches. I've seen some cancerous theology start to creep in, at least in our section of the woods. I've seen small churches that were basically fiefdoms that were built on the back of one guy and when he went a little sideways, things were really sideways. You know what I mean? Like, just because it's small doesn't mean it's better. You love Awana? Yeah, me too. Do you give mental health advice or preach? Yes, I do both. So I'm a trained pastoral counselor. I have a master's degree, and I've had a lot of experience doing that. And I was also a preacher for like 20 years. And so, yeah, I do both. So I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. I'm a pastoral counselor, which essentially means if I can't fix you in 6 weeks, you need someone better than me. But I do my best. Plus, I've had a lot of mental health struggles myself. I've had a lot of family members and people that I've known gone through some pretty serious stuff. So I feel like I have something to share. Okay, let's keep moving here. Feel free to keep interrupting. Arise. So this is the prayer. Okay, so calm down there. This is the prayer. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God, for you strike all my enemies on the cheek, you break the teeth of the wicked. So what he prays for. The singer calls on the Lord to save him now as he is in the past. Save and salvation look back to the taunt. This rescue is the Lord's to give, not withhold. I read that already. Psalm 7. Arise. A request for God to show his favor by scattering the enemies. For you strike, you break. The singer is emboldened to ask God for help because God has regularly protected him from his enemies by shaming them and rendering them powerless. Hey, thank you. Appreciate the follow. Sent you a PM. Don't really want to share publicly. Well, yeah, I can try chatting, but remember, I'm just one guy, so it's might be easier here. And you are also like anonymous, but yeah, I'll take a look later. But I'm not. I don't live in Discord, right? Just yeah, I will go look at it. Don't worry. This is an interesting thing because it's so not what we would pray. I don't know how many people here have ever prayed, please, knock the teeth of my enemies out of their face. God, amen. It just seems like not something we do. So how do we kind of apply this to ourselves? It's to say, you take what has God done in the past? What has God done for others? What has God done for people that I know? What has God done in the Bible? What has God done for me? And based on what I know about you and based on what just a daily prayer? Yeah, all right. Not everybody, but you are from America, so I can understand that. Based on all of that, and based on what God has done, based on the Word, I can pray accurately, and pray with a real heart. God, I pray that you would arise in my defense. I pray that you would save me from all the misery and the difficulty and all the enemies and the foes and the all that stuff happening. Because I know, because I know you are the kind of God who doesn't put up with people who hurt your people, who hurt people who are on your brother, like your sons and daughters. I know that you care about us, and I know that you will pronounce judgment on them, pretty severe judgment that I don't have to do. You look in the New Testament, right? Talks about how wrath is God's. God is the one who will give wrath. God is the one who has perfect judgment. God is the one who will send people to hell. Our job is grace. But part of that is trusting that when people go sideways, when people are difficult, when people set themselves against you as a believer, God is on your side. As for the imprecatory psalms, like this one, sometimes prayer is about releasing our inner thoughts to God. Also that's another thing too, right? God is not afraid of these prayers, right? God is not like, oh, I can't believe you said that word, right? He knows what's going on in your head anyway. You letting it out of your mouth is actually is healthier because he knows it's up there anyway. Not like he didn't hear it, but it allows you to speak deeply and emotionally about this. Like, God, I really wish this person wasn't in my life anymore. They're really, really difficult. God, I really wish you'd save me from this. And that there's nothing wrong with that. Yes, you trust, and as we said before, it is God's choice whether or not he saves you and when he saves you and all that stuff. We've already talked about that. But it is perfectly reasonable to say, this hurts. It hurts a lot. I have so much anger in my heart, and I have so much pain that I really wish you would not only end this, but you'd get that person out of my life. That I've prayed that. The prayer I've told people to pray is, God, save him or kill him. And it sounds terrible, right? It sounds terrible. And I wouldn't ever preach that and be like, this is definitely what you should pray, But I've like, when you're in that place and that person is so evil towards you and so abusive towards you and so terrible to you and so publicly embarrassing you, like, and all these things I've been through, it's like, I think it's an absolutely appropriate prayer for you to kind of go, God, save them. save them so that they become my brother and sister in Christ so that we can find forgiveness and move on. Or please get them out of the way, because they are just the worst. They are just the worst. And I would rather they weren't here anymore. And I'll tell a funny story. Give me a sec there, Kiwi. There was a church that I was in a while back. I usually go live at noon, my time, Eastern Standard Time. I was in a church, and it was widely known in the church that the treasurer was kind of a pain and very controlling and whatnot. I had come into this church new, and the whole board was the same board as the previous pastor, like been there for a long time, same treasurer for decades. And so she liked having her power. And so what she would do is every time I would submit a receipt, or if I did anything, or if I talked about money or whatever, she'd just climb up my nose and make life miserable. And so she would send me, like, often really, really rude, really, really bad, really accusatory emails. So my response to that was to respond to the emails, but tag the board chair. It's a treasurer-pastor conversation. The board chair should absolutely be part of this conversation. It makes sense. Why wouldn't he want to know what's happening? And after 2, 3, 4 times, she sent me a private message. Why are you tending this to the board chair? How dare, like, what's wrong? He doesn't need to hear all this. And I'm like, well, it's important that he knows these things, so he's caught up. She tempered her emails from that point on because she was being seen by someone other than me, and also, I'm gonna get caught. I look bad. She changed though, because one thing you could do is you can do it through the phone, or you can do it live in person, and then you can't get caught if you do it in the right place. And so she did that, and it became known around the church that this person was like, they just were like up my nose a lot. They just were. That was subtle. Sorry, I'm looking at you. When do you go live? Somewhere between 12 and 12:30. Yeah, okay, fine. For a while, fine. So yeah, dude, it's honest. There's so much going on up there. And so it became known. Like she I don't know why she hates that guy, but she certainly does. She ended up getting flesh-eating disease. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, she just is in the hospital. Flesh-eating disease is just ravaging her, and she feels absolutely horrible. I got phone calls from people at the church asking me if I had cursed her. Right? Like, is that you? Did you give her flesh-eating disease? Because they knew I wasn't taking revenge. I wasn't like embarrassing her. I wasn't doing anything back. And I talked about praying imprecatory psalms and when people are difficult, bringing it to God. And they legitimately wondered if I had cursed this person. I hadn't. I didn't. It's not me. And believe me, if I could, then I have a list of people that I could do that with, and that I would like to do. But it wasn't me. But there is something to be said. All that to say, there's something to be said about the fact that when someone has set themselves against you, and you are walking with God, that asking God to deal with them isn't wrong. It's not wrong. Strike their teeth, convert them, change them, knock them out, get them out of the way. Because honestly, God, they're in the way between you and me. They're in the way between what you want me to do, and I can't obey you properly. It doesn't mean God's going to do it immediately, or that God's going to whatever, but it is certainly I think it's an appropriate prayer. The vocal atheist who died of throat cancer. Yeah, I think that was Hawkins, not Hawkins. What was his name? Whatever. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just gonna scroll back a bit. Skinny Kiwi says, I actually live in a Christian community of about 30 people. Many are recovering drug addicts, and my next door neighbor in his tiny house is 21-year-old schizophrenic. But for people who struggle and need more help, a living environment is 24/7 and better than a once a week Sunday service. 1,000%. Yeah, there are definitely people who need more long-term care. 1,000%. And really, you could make the argument, I believe it's true, that we should spend more time together. And if you have spent time with a group of Christians that you love and that love you, you want nothing more than to do that more. That's, if you look at Acts 2, the church was, and everybody was super nice to each other, and everybody really wanted to be together a whole bunch because it was really great. That's Acts 2. And we tend to, as North Americans, we tend to treat church more like a transactional thing, more like a store where you walk in, you give the thing, and you get the thing, or like a restaurant. You walk in, you participate, you give away your money, and then you're fed. You walk out. But it's not meant to be that, right? It's not meant to be that. It's meant to. The more you love Christians, the more that you're around Christians, the more Christians that love you back, the more times you want to be around them. The hard part is when you meet Christians that climb up your nose and are horrible. True. G says, first time here, and I charge right in. What are the primary vibes here? Yeah, there you go. Evo content, silly stuff. I'm a variety streamer. I got more variety than many, because I go everything from hardcore Bible study to rated M games that are bizarre and weird, and so everything in the middle. So we got all of it. Did I miss anybody's text? If not, then we'll keep moving here. Salvation. Okay, let me come back to that. I got 2 questions waiting in the hopper. I'm almost done, Devo, and then we'll come back. Okay. And they're both from someone named Angel. Salvation belongs to the Lord. Your blessings be on your people. Salvation belongs to the Lord. By looking back to verse 2, right? The salvation thing. There's no salvation for you in God. God hates you. The singer remembers that it is the decision of the Lord and not of the enemies that makes the difference. For the same exclamation, look at John over there. Your blessing be on your people. A merciful word indeed, wishing well even for the people who oppose him, but the blessing will require their defeat. That is such a good line, right? Okay, right? Hello, good to see you. Wishing well even for the people who oppose him, because he is your people, because that's who's attacking him. His son Absalom and his own army and his own people are the one coming at him. And so he ends with, God bless your people. I think there is such a fascinating thing here when it comes to people who are going through a hard time, right? They're making me feel miserable, and they're telling me that God hates my guts, but I know that you don't, God. I know that you take care of me because you've done that so much in the past. Therefore, that allowed me to go to sleep, that allows me to wake up, that allows me to continue on. I know that that no matter how many people are against me, you will work through it. You'll do good for those who love you. You have a plan, right? Romans 8. If you're for us, who can be against us? If nothing can separate us from your love. If you do good through all the evil. I know that's true. Therefore, all that being true, God, please solve this problem quickly, severely, and please save me. I am done with it. That's a good prayer to pray. Salvation belongs to the Lord. I trust you, God, and also God bless those folks. And that's why I say my prayer is, save them or get them out of the way, because we do want more people saved. We do want to be in right relationship. We do want reconciliation, and we do want the people of God to be united. That's where our heart is. That's what Jesus' heart is. You look at his prayer, like he wants us together and united, not separate, not hurting each other. He certainly doesn't want Israel fighting Israel, right? He certainly doesn't want the church fighting itself. He wants us united and worshiping and encouraging each other, like you were talking about earlier, right? Kiwi, going, people who are hanging out and living together and being taking care of each other all the time. That's what we're supposed to be doing. And sometimes because the enemy gets into the church, it's difficult. So my encouragement to you is, if you're going through a hard time right now, or you have a lot of people or situations that are difficult, pray through this psalm, right? Pray through this psalm. Recognize that God's on your side. And by what he's done in the past to others. Okay, let me pray, and then I've got 2 questions that I'm going to answer right after that, but feel free to bring on any other questions. It's always an AMA here, like always. And then we can talk about whatever you want. God, thank you for the day, for your love, and for the fact that you walk with us. We know that the church is the most important place in the world. Your people are the most important people in the world, and that's why the enemy works so hard to divide us. We know that spreading your message and spreading your gospel, being your people, doing the good works you've set out for us to do is what the world's all about. So point people at you, which is why the wolves in sheep's clothing are in the church. That's why it's so difficult. We know that. We also know that you are a defender. You are our shield. You are our fortress. You are a strong tower. You're the light at our feet. You are the one who gives us the armor, the armor of God. You're the one who has given us the sword. You're the one who it defends. And so we trust you. It's hard to go through some of this stuff, and some of it's really perplexing. But we believe that you know what you're doing. And so I pray that for those who are going through a hard time, who are facing physical, emotional abuse, who are facing difficulty, hard churches, bad scenes, life that is overwhelmingly complicated. I just pray that you'd give them not only your wisdom, but your presence, that you'd remind them of all the things they've been through in the past and ways you've taken them through, and that you would remove the enemies from among them, that you would convert them or remove them so they can move forward and serve you well. Let them see that this suffering is preparatory. It won't be wasted. But we also pray against the suffering, that it would stop. Amen. Okie dokie. So 2 questions came in, and feel free to talk about whatever you want. And one of them was, what's your opinion on rated R and M movies and TV shows? I have friends that don't mind and others that do. Here's some of your thoughts about weeding out the wolves and avoiding infighting. Okay, now we got 3 questions. So just give me a second to answer these in order. I'll come back around. I'll try to do them in the order that they came. So my opinion on watching R-rated shows, I say this. This is how I see it. Violence is fake. Okay? Like, we know that if somebody gets shot with a gun in a movie, he didn't die, right? His squib went off and he got blood and whatever. We know that if the ghosts that are there aren't real, things like that. So there are certain things that are part of scary movies or violent movies or whatever that are clearly fake. And if you can handle it, this is sort of in the realm of the meat offered to idols, if you know what I mean, that if you can handle it and it's not hurting your conscience and it's not screwing you up and it's not tempting you to do stuff and you're not angry and you don't end up being a cussing jerk because you watch too much of that stuff, then there's nothing wrong with that. You can separate fiction from reality, fantasy from what's happening in real life. You can do it because you're an intelligent person, then go for it. I don't think you can do that for kids. I don't think they have that ability to discern, which is why we keep them away from R-rated stuff until they've got their head on straight, until some of the chemicals in their brain have solidified. But I think if you're an adult or if you're a mature person, then yeah, go ahead as much as you want. The exception that I would give would be sexual stuff, because when you watch someone get nude, that's real. You watch people simulate sex, right? They're still kissing, they're still grinding, they're still bumping, and it's like, it still is arousing. It still gets in your head in a real special way. We know in scripture that sexual sin is put in its own category as extra dangerous, extra difficult, extra damning, extra, messes you up. And so therefore it has I would say that should just be a no. Just no. I don't watch sexual sin stuff, but I can watch, an action movie, or I can watch a scary movie, or I can watch a thriller, or I can watch I don't know, like a mystery or whatever. And those are rated R or M. Same with games, right? Like I played Control. Control's a great example. Spooky as flip, at least to me anyway. And it's got real intense, weird vibes, very, very M-rated. But it's not sexual, right? It's just weird, and it's got a lot of stuff in there that you wouldn't want, like, your a little kid looking at. But I'm fine with playing it, and I'm fine with having it on stream, and I'm fine with sharing it, because we can separate fantasy from reality. But if it's got sexual stuff in it, I think that affects us in a different way. So that's my answer to that. If you have friends that struggle with it, then don't watch it with them, right? That's the meat offered to idols. Have freedom in Christ, but don't be subjecting other people to having to crush their conscience. If their conscience is going crazy, the last thing you as a Christian want to do is teach them how to stop listening to their conscience, right? Why would you do that? Why would you ever walk up to another believer and go, hey, I know that you're really struggling with this, and that it feels like a sin to you, and that you feel like you're disobeying God, but just try to ignore all those feelings and come with me and do it anyway. That's literally demonic. Why are you being Satan to someone? Just help them out and don't do that. In the same way that if you can handle it, then That's okay. That's okay. The second question was about anime. What was the actual question? Just what is my opinion of anime? Somebody said that somewhere. And the answer is I freaking love anime. It's all I watch. I watch game ranks and anime. That's it. The rest of it is just me and my family and work. Because I'm just sick of Western media. It's such garbage. Oh my goodness. It's so corporate and so horrible and so just stupid and basic and churned out by AI. It's just, I hate it. And so therefore, like, I just spend a bunch of time watching anime. It's the same kind of rules I just talked about, right? If you're up to your nose in hentai, that's bad. If you're watching a bunch of ecchi, then and it's screwing you up and sexual stuff, then yeah, that's a problem because it's going to hit you in a different way, even if it is fiction. Still going to screw with your brain and screw with your heart. At the same time, but there are violent ones and there's intense ones and mystery ones and creepy ones and all kinds of other anime that are perfectly valid, perfectly fine to watch. I love them. I think many of them are artistic and many of them are beautiful. They tell stories in ways that nobody else can. They tell fantasy stories the way no other genre on earth can do it. And so I think it's really special. I do think if I had to pick one reason for to be careful with it is it is the controversy when it comes to the actual artists. I think that factors in, right? And so if it's an anime that is widely known for abusing their artists or widely known for hurting or manipulating or doing horrible things, then I think that we have a moral responsibility to avoid that one, or to try to support the ones that are doing good. It's for us to be able to have enjoyment and entertainment and leisure on the back of someone's suffering isn't that much different than going to the ancient Colosseums and watching people get beaten and bloodied so that we can enjoy an hour of time. It's not that much different. Just the fact that they're over there, they're in Japan and they're not physically bleeding, instead of they're having heart attacks and passing out and working 25 hours a day. It's not different. We're still finding entertainment on the backs of other people suffering, and I don't think that's right. So be careful with that. That's the only real qualification I would give, is when you're doing any of that kind of stuff, is take into account what's happening in the industry. K-pop was really bad for that for a long time. K-pop was widely known to be abusive to their artists, to the dancers, to everybody. They still struggle with it. It's not all of them. Some of them are very private. Some of them are good. But it's something to factor in the same way that if you factor in how you buy, where you buy your chocolate from, or where you buy your coffee from, or where that kind of stuff, because there are places that are just freaking evil, and buying it from them is supporting evil people who do evil stuff with evil money to do evil stuff. Don't do that. Don't give them your money, right? You got to take that stuff into account too. So I would say that when it comes to watching that stuff, you guys know what I've said, and just to take into account the sort of the global situation, right? That answer your question? Like Willy Wonka, what? Yeah. What? He enslaved the Oompa Loompas and he serves them only chocolate. I'm pretty sure is how that goes. I don't know. There's an argument. Hey DJ, good to see you. Don't buy chocolate from exactly. Willy Wonka bad, exactly. He's also insane. That doesn't help either. Doesn't brush his teeth either, or floss. He doesn't floss. Curious on your thoughts about weeding out wolves while also avoiding infighting. It's really difficult. I mean, if you look at the way the scripture is, right, the way that Paul goes, hey, I'm going to plant a church, and here's exactly the right theology, and I'm going to pick the elders, right? And this is how to do it. Let me leave you some instructions. And then he leaves 10 minutes later, right? He's on the way out the door, like the footprints are still in the sand, and you have people that swoop in and start sowing division. Hey, Gamer Knight, like immediately. They come in and like, oh, Paul's dumb and you shouldn't believe him and he's just manipulating you, and you know, if Jesus is Messiah, the Old Testament, then you should probably be following the law, and what's wrong with you, you know? And all of a sudden these new Christians are all screwed up, right? They're all messed up. And so Paul has to come back, or Paul has to write a letter, and this is why we have the New Testament, is because so much of the New Testament is basically either correcting error or trying to teach the what's supposed to be, what you're supposed to know. And it so I think it's really hard, in answer to your question, right? It's really hard to avoid the infighting because it's going to happen. You know, Paul says that there's always going to be division among you. There will be division among you, period. There will be, period. That's just the way it's going to be, because some of you are right and some of you are wrong. You know, that's why Jesus says, be careful. There are going to be wolves among the sheep. Be judicious, be careful, test the spirits. Make sure that you aren't just believing everything you hear. Be skeptical, be wise as serpents, innocent as doves. Make sure that you are seeing what the fruit is. Make sure that you don't get a bunch of, trying to get figs from a thorn bush. Like it's going to be a problem all the time. So how do you address that? I would say there's a few ways. Like, number one is know your Bible, right? And if something smells hanky, you can be like, that's wrong, right? So yeah, fruits of the Spirit fruits of the Spirit, fruits of ministry. Yeah, exactly. Do they embody love, right? Or do they have I've known plenty of Christians who call themselves Christians, but are just the worst, right? They're jerks. They're hypocrites. They are control freaks. They lust for power. They mock people and gossip. Like you're just the worst. Are you saved by are they saved? Probably. You know what I mean? Like Jesus, there'd be a lot of people in heaven that we don't think are there, but they're acting like wolves. They're people who stand up and they know all the Bible stuff, and they said that they've been in church for 40 years and they are elders or deacons or Sunday school teachers. But then you're like, man, then why does everybody scared of you? Why does nobody want to be in a committee with you? Why do you spend so much time being miserable behind the scenes? I was in one church, and this is, it's going to sound pretty extreme, but like I was in a church, and one of the deaconesses, she just got her nose bent out of shape when it comes to me, usually because I preach the gospel and they don't like that. But and she made it her mission to get me fired or have me quit. That was her mission. And so she couldn't get me fired because I wasn't doing anything wrong. There was no accusations she could bring, much as she tried. Oh, boy, did she try. Just accusations like crazy. None of them stuck. So she couldn't do that. So she tried to make me quit by making my life miserable. Well, I'm pretty used to being miserable, so good luck. You have to make me, you have to kill me. And so that didn't work. So the third plan that she had was to dismantle the church. So to save it in her brain. This is how I have to save the church from Pastor Al, and in order to do that, I'm going to dismantle the church. So she went house to house, person to person, and told them, here's all the horrible things about Pastor Al, and here's all the ways that you can't trust him, and the thing you need to do is not come to church, right? What we're going to do, we're going to shrink the church to nothing, and then that way the anybody who's in charge or anybody who sees is going to be like, oh wow, Pastor Al killed the church. We should totally fire that guy. There's nobody coming anymore. And then we can get a good pastor. I'm like, yeah, like you didn't do this to the other 5 before me. Right? So that was her plan. So she was going door to door to these people and actually telling them to not come to church. And I'm like, where's so-and-so? Where's so-and-so? Where'd they go? What's going on? And then I, go to their house. I'm like, so what's the deal? They're trying to go to their house. Right? So, hey, can I come over for a coffee? No. I'm like, so eventually I was able to, grab onto one or two of them and be like, well, actually, this woman came to our house and told us that we shouldn't come to church anymore because that way we'll save the church from all the trouble. And I'm like, does that sound right to you? I said that out loud. Like, does that sound right to you? Don't come to church so you can save the church? Well, not now. Well, then come to church? Anyway, so yes, there are always going to be people, and they're going to be very manipulative. They're going to be very consistent, and they're going to be very established. They're usually going to have money. They're usually going to have influence, and they're always going to be there. So number one, know your Bible, right? Yeah, benefits of knocking on the door, exactly. Know your Bible so that you can be able to go, no, this smells wrong. Stay in prayer so that like your spiritual Geiger counter is ready. Like if all of a sudden you're like, someone's like, and you're like, okay, that's something's going on over there. So make sure that you're in prayer and you're trusting God. And then the other one is choose good leaders, right? Do your absolute best to choose good leaders. Because what'll happen if you're in a church that's like a Baptist church or any church with voting, right? You're gonna get there and they're gonna be like, does anybody have a problem with this guy? And everybody's sitting on their hands. Well, I can't say anything mean because I'm a Christian. That's a really good time to be like, hey, this guy is super intimidating, doesn't use his money correctly, isn't an elder in the church according to the scriptures, and has been pretty horrible to me, actually. I would rather this person not be an elder in the church telling everybody how to be a Christian. That's the time to do that. I don't know many people who will. Everybody, it seems to be, there's such a vacuum of leadership within the church that whenever anybody volunteers, they're immediately grabbed onto. This is why we have these things like voting or times to talk about who's going into leadership. But just so do those. And I think the next part would be confront. Whether it be because, Matthew 18, confront, or whether it be, contact the denomination or contact other pastor, contact, whatever, and, confront the situation. Maybe you're wrong. Like maybe you completely misunderstood what's happening, or you listened to gossip or whatever, and you're wrong. Okay, perfect. Then problem solved. But if you're right and you stay quiet and this person is able to hurt more and more people, right? It was your responsibility to do what you could. It was your responsibility to do what you could. And many people just kind of, they leave. There's number 5. Am I on number 5? Stop leaving. Right? Stop leaving. If you've joined a church and you're a member, or you have been there for a while and things start to go sideways, so many Christians I know pack it in. Oh, wow, this place is really different. I'm just going to leave. And all that does is leave the vulnerable people to be exploited, the new Christians to be lied to and manipulated, and all the people who are doing things wrong to gain more power. That's what that does. You're hurting people, and you're not helping and getting rid of the bad stuff. So you leaving might be the wrong option, right? Yes. Are there times to leave a church? There are times. Are there times where it's an impossibility and you know what? I'm just not going to, maybe. But more often than not, what I see is the fear of people confronting these wolves because they want to be nice or because they don't know what to do. Just stand up. Does that make any sense? Did that help? My favorite animal is One Piece, and I freaking love it. Nearly caught up. Yeah, my kids like One Piece. It's quite a commitment. I like the 12. I like the 12 episode series that you just kind of chew up and spit out. My favorite genre is isekai. I will watch an isekai, even the most garbage isekai, just because it's I like it. Solo Leveling was really good. ReZero, I like that. Like it's like that's what I like that. I like a lot of the cheesy romance ones that I watch with my daughters. Things like Sign of Affection. That was really good. Or Hokkaido Girls are super cute. Watched that with my daughter. That was kind of adorable. G says, I want to ask, purely from an observational standpoint, seems like a lot of churches around me are preaching their messages through some heavy political lenses and rub me the wrong way. Like people eat it up, confirmation bias. Yeah, I think a lot of churches that I've seen or heard of in the U.S. struggle with the separation of the pulpit from opinion, and the pulpit from the news, and the pulpit from pop psychology. Yes, I believe that the church and the pastors have a responsibility to cover some of this stuff. Like, you don't run away from things that are happening in the world. You don't run away from stuff that's, pertinent to your county, your nation, your world. You don't run away from difficult psychological topics, but what ends up happening is you, out of fear, I think, and this is my opinion, okay, out of fear, the pastor, the preacher won't preach the word because the word doesn't line up with the doctrine of the party, the doctrine of the people that are in power, the doctrine of the ones who they're supposed to vote for, right? And so therefore they don't preach the word. They kind of just fit the Bible into what they hope is the correct voting procedure. Because the truth is, you don't have the Bible doesn't agree with Democrats, and it also doesn't agree with Republicans. They're both, they both are right and they both are wrong in many respects. Around the world, there's a lot of places that the Bible just doesn't agree with. And so your job as a preacher is to preach the Bible, whether or not you agree, whether or not it's going to get you in trouble or not. But the way that we've designed the system when it comes to pastoral ministry, here you go, I'm off on a tangent now, is that many of the pastors that you have, many of the pastors that are in your churches are utterly dependent on the church for their financial future, right? And they don't, if they have a manse or they have like a parsonage, that means they don't have any equity. Normally, that means that they're not even paid full time. So they don't have a savings, they don't have retirement, they don't have anything in the bank because they're in ministry. They're just doing their thing. They believe that God's going to provide. And so when it comes down to it, and you have the choice between offending everybody in your church or a bunch of people in your church, especially the power players, the ones who tithe big, the ones who pay for the gym, those guys, and they're like, you bet, that that you're going to make them mad. That means that you're going to cause issues for you, and you're going to end up having to move or lose your finances or blah, 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 right? It's scary. It's scary because you don't have the financial security to kind of go, yeah, well, I'm going to say whatever I want because I know that I can pay my rent next month. Sometimes you can't. Every job I've taken, and this is true, every ministry job I've taken has paid less than the job before it. Right? When I started, my very first job out of seminary was the most I've ever been paid. And then after that, it's been nothing but lower. When I went to Cleveland, we had sold our house and I was making, tens of thousands of, I don't know, whatever, $60,000 or something. And I had like a coffee budget, and I could get books and things like that. And it was very, very good. It was cool. Good package. And I had $130,000 in the bank because we sold the house. That's what I walked into Cleveland with. 18 months later, we walked out of Cleveland with $6,000 in the bank and to a job that was paying, I think it was like 20% less. Right? Why? Because because ministry's tough. Went from a city church in Ottawa, my second church, to a little tiny country church, who every week for 3 years, everybody kept going, you might want to keep your resume out there. We may not be able to keep going because we just don't have it. And I'm like, this is where God wants me. And so we're just going to keep going. Eventually it grew, it doubled, it tripled in size. We were looking for other staff and whatnot. And that's when the enemy stomped on a bunch of throats and it went sideways. But then I took this one and now I make $0 other than I have no contract. All I've got is what people donate, which is, praise God, has been enough for the last 4 years. But there aren't many pastors out there that are willing to just put it all on the line for the sake of the truth, because there's too much of a risk. So it's either you avoid it and you don't talk about it, or you try to ride that middle ground of pleasing the people and trying to stay, biblical. Hard to do. And there's also some wonderful, brave pastors out there, right? I don't know, Pastor Dewston, if you're listening, do you agree with anything I just said? Like you're an actual pastor who's in an actual church, who's in the actual U.S. Have I said anything that's true, or am I full of crap? If I am, let me know. Donnie says, recently changed churches. but it's been a thing that I've thought about for a while. Hard to do. You change denominations too. I feel that well. Know that I say that out loud. Before I graduated youth group, says Musical Angel, this is my last year, I want to get him a mug that says "World's Okayest Youth Pastor" as a joke. Oh yeah, dude, that's that's a fantastic mug, because that's probably how he feels. Ransom says, some things the church must talk about are inherently political, abortion, sexuality, but I feel like the pulpit should not be a place for overt political campaigning. Certainly it should not, which is pretty much illegal in Canada in any case, for better or for worse. Yeah, it shouldn't be. At no point should you ever be preaching, whatever. That. I feel like Han Solo. It's true. All of it. It's true. All of it. That's funny. Well, thank you for backing me up. That's funny. And I hate that you quoted the new Star Wars. Like that's I don't know how I feel about that at all. Are we even allowed? Is it? That's a non-prequel meme. I don't think that's legal. Thanks, Varric. I appreciate it. Interesting that sexuality, abortion are topics that brought up. Those come off as safe, easy topics for the church to dunk on, whereas many pastors condemning wealth hoarding. Yeah, or, exactly. There's a lot of different sins that we tend not to, like, say, obesity or lack of generosity or not tithing or whatever, not giving to the church, or the importance of adoption or cheating on your spouse or being cruel to your kids. All that just so many things that are out there that just make everybody mad when you preach them. I remember I did you preach through 1 Corinthians 15. You're going to get to human sexuality. Or 15, whatever. 1 Corinthians. You're going to get to human sexuality. It's going to happen. And I did the sermons, did three in a row, and I had someone who never came to church ever again. That's not true. She came to church. She never came to service ever again. She'd come to church and she'd go and sit in another room, or she'd go help in the Sunday school, or she would go somewhere else because she felt like she needed to come to church. But I must have said something in there about sexuality, or she didn't think it belonged in the church, and she just never wanted to hear another sermon that I said ever again. But I just talked about biblical sexuality. Thanks for the lurk. That's the one good new Star Wars. Well, yeah. Okay. Like the Bible has thousands of verses looking after the minority, poor, sick, but so many Christians go after hot button topics. Yeah. Yeah. I say that, like, this is here to make everybody mad at me. Like in the US, right? You have the Democrats. In Canada, you have the Liberals. I would say that the baseline of that is their belief is that people are stupid and need to be taken care of. That we need big government to take care of people who don't know how to think. We need social programs for people who suck at money. We need because everybody's addicted and stupid, and we need to take care of them. That's the sort of the democratic liberal side of things. And nobody gets along, so we have to force them to get along. We got to make laws to make sure they get along because everybody hates each other. And the conservative / Democratic or Republican side of things is more along the lines of, if you leave people alone, they're usually pretty good. If you, people should be able to invest in what they want to invest in. You shouldn't try to govern morality because you can't govern morality because people the evil's on the inside. They're broken on the inside. They need something bigger than just law. You shouldn't be stealing people's money for the sake of giving it to people who don't work, things like that. And so both sides have a good point. People are stupid, but if you generally leave them alone, it's probably, that's probably better, right? People do need to be taken care of and should be told to get along and forced to get along. And on the other side, actually, the sin issue is really, really deep and it's not gonna, and legislating morality usually doesn't work, right? Things like that. People should be allowed to choose whatever they want and do whatever they want. When it comes to, say, human sexuality, this side, people should be forced to, conform to our whatever. Like I think both have a a point. Both have validity, and it's just impossible to find that middle ground and preach the middle ground, because nobody likes middle ground. Love God and your neighbor. Not easy. Not always easy, but simple. Agreed. Yeah, how dare you preach a biblical sermon? I mean, yeah. Talk about Bathsheba all you want, but don't talk about adultery, you know? Talk about the woman at the well as much as you want, but don't talk about serial marriage. Talk about the woman who was caught in adultery, but don't talk about sexual sin. Or, you know, like, what? You have to take a certain bent on these topics, and you're not allowed to take the other one. Legislating morality doesn't work. Please say it louder for the people in the back. It doesn't work. We do need laws. I'm not saying, you know, I'm not a whatever those people are called that don't think laws are important or whatever. There's a term for those guys. Anyway, but like you do need law, because otherwise people will be stupid and they will be dangerous, and all the evil people will rule. That's what happens. That's why every post-apocalyptic movie ever always has a great big bad guy who had all the money and took all the power when the law fell apart. Libertarians, that is the word I was thinking of. What are those guys called? There's this subculture weird thing in the United States, and it's so funny to watch sometimes. They have they really believe they can secede from the United States and not have to follow the laws of the land, because they can just decide that they are their own thing. Sovereign citizens, is that what that's called? Bananas. They're banana pants, man. It's so, I don't know if you've ever seen anybody, the videos where a sovereign citizen gets pulled over and they're like, I don't have a driver's license or insurance because I don't have to, because you're not the boss of me. And the police officer's like, but I am though. And here's some handcuffs. That's so funny. People can lie to themselves about all kinds of stuff. The human capacity for lying to self is unfathomable. Hey, Moon, thank you. Well, that would be fine if you weren't driving on government provided roads around actual citizens. Yeah. Truth, it's funny because truth for a long, like during modernity, you know, in the modern era, post Renaissance kind of thing, you had, you know, truth mattered, science mattered, let's find the truth. And you have post modernity, and suddenly truth goes kind of out the window, where you have, you know, opinion. And there's no such thing as truth. There's no such thing as anything. And now you're even postmodern, where you've kind of got this mashing up of modernity and postmodernity, where you have truth doesn't matter, your opinion matters, your position and of point of observation is truth for you, kind of thing. And truth matters so much in our culture that if you believe it's true, nobody can question it. Right? So at the same time, there's no such thing as objective truth, but the objective truth that I believe about myself is the fundamental basis of morality for all of Western culture. They can't be both. I'm gonna sit down. Yeah, she kept coming. Musical angel. That's exactly what she did. Like I said. But and so I often wonder how the sovereign citizen movement gets around those rather clear parts of the Bible, Romans 13, that say the government is a necessary good. Something Paul even wrote when he was governed by a very evil empire. Yeah, you should submit to Nero. Yeah, right. Yeah, I know that it was a rhetorical question, but my answer to that question is simply that they don't have an authority above them, a spiritual authority above them. They're their own spiritual authority. And there's those people, the sovereign citizen people, I would put cash money on that they are also their own pastor and started their own church and have their own way of doing church, because all of institutionalized religion is corrupt and all of and denominations are evil, and you can't trust seminaries. The only person you can trust is you and God and your interpretation of the scripture, because you're friggin' the prophet. And it's because they're not under spiritual authority. There's no one to correct them and stop them and throw them off to be able to kind of, no, you're wrong. Actually, that's what you believe is incorrect. And here's 10 verses in the encyclopedia to tell you you're wrong. Chair time. Yay. If true to you, no one can refute belief, but when it comes to biblical truth, people still oppose that. Yeah. I think my favorite one, so funny. Somebody was, they said that, we've decided that God's going to have multiple genders. God is female and male, so we can say our father, mother, who art in heaven, or call, and then, well, at the same time, those exact same people would go to bat for the fact that you can choose your gender, and you when you say what gender you are, other people should have to call you that gender regardless of what they believe. And so if God presented himself as male, God is self-identified as male. That's what he said. And he said, call me by him, him. And for some reason, that one doesn't count. They can regender God if they want to, but not like the person that's in their church or the person at the school. Weird, right? I saw a documentary once about the sovereign citizen related movements, and one guy talked about circumcising himself with a penknife. Bah! As you say, when you have no authority greater than yourself, you become untethered from truth. And yeah, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Why did you don't do that? There's so many reasons not to do that. Dozens, I would say. Wow. That's fantastic. I definitely want that to be the last thing I say before I go, hey, you want to play Minecraft? That's commitment. You can't argue. You can't fault him for his commitment. That's true. That's very true. If he's got anything going for him, it's spunk. Yeah, we're doing 3. Well, because I said earlier in the stream that my brain can only think of what's going to happen. Final Fantasy VII coming out soon, and it can't seem to fill in any gaps in between of what I'm supposed to play. So we're just going to play Minecraft. That's just it. And I'm enjoying it. I'm liking Minecraft. I enjoy the server. I enjoy doing what we do. So yeah. If you want to be like me, here's your piece of flint, goog, and a robe, and we have a room in the back with a low table. You can if you want to, Ferric. Time to finish the train tracks. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. Okay, before I jump into Minecraft, I want to make sure that I say to you guys, so, anybody have anything they want to ask? Any AMA stuff? Because otherwise I'm going to fire up ye old Minecraft, and we're going to jump in there. You can always interrupt when I'm playing Minecraft too. All I'm doing is going to be making train track, because I like making train tracks. It's like my favorite thing in Minecraft. Yeah, I make train tracks apparently in Minecraft. It's what my brain has decided it wants to do. We're bringing them down to the boat. I was literally thinking about what Samus said yesterday on stream, like at night, and I'm like, because she said trains only go one way, right? Because I'm making fun of her because she said that but it won't just go downhill and be okay. I'm like, well, it's got to get back up the hill. I'm like, oh yeah. Well, trains only go one way, and that's true. Trains do only go one way. You can't turn a train. And so I have to figure out now how, when you get down to the bottom, how do you turn back and go back up, right? Without having to pick up your train, turn and put it down, because that's not how trains work. They have train turners, but the train doesn't turn. The tracks do. That's the whole point, is that because the train doesn't turn, they have to turn the track. Yeah, there's trains in Minecraft. Don't trains sometimes have an engine on both ends? I guess that's true. Sometimes they do. Yeah, sometimes they do. I can't do that. Can you do that? No, because they have a forward and a back. I've never tried that before. If you plunk it on a track, it has a front and a back, right? Hey, Jam Jarter. How you doing, man? What are the highlights of the last month? Good to see you. Well, I don't know. Highlights of the last month. What have you been doing? Well, Christmas. That was one. What else? New Year's? I don't know. Jam Jar, I live in the moment, man. I'm just here, bud. I exist purely as an ethereal creature that exists only as you observe them. I'm like Schrodinger's cat. I only exist if you observe me. Otherwise, I'm in this state of by whatever, science stuff. I'm about to fire up Minecraft. So here you go. Boop. No, that one. No, that one. That one. Hold on. I think this. Okay, hold on. Link scene, remove that one. That one. I'm sorry. If you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, I'm trying to change it. What is your problem? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Okay. I have a theory. Link scene, unlink scene. No linking at all. You don't get linked. That's just the way it is. See if it doesn't now. Aha! It was freaking Stream Elements. That when they say beta, they're not fooling around, man. This is the beta in the history of betas. I see Black and Supersonic trying to embiggen. Yeah, okay. You see Black? Holy dicky DC Dina. It's not my fault. I had it all working. I literally was working on it before stream, okay? Give me just a second. I apologize, everybody. Like, wow, he can talk Bible stuff, but he can't play Minecraft. What's up with that? Enlarginate. Is it working? Are you see? How would you see it now? You should. Minecraft. Thumbs? Good. You can flick a Minecraft with slime? That's what you're talking. What does that mean? Flick a Minecraft with slime. I don't really long for my. I do. I long so bad. I fought for it. Okay. Okay. First things first. We got to go up and get the this. I don't think I have enough power. I'm gonna go get. Let's go get a train. We'll just try it. We'll just for kicks and giggles. Why not? Let's turn on some other music. I'm gonna turn on synthwave. Let's do some synthwave. Now. That's better. Just something a little bit chill in the background. Okay. Roller coaster clicker thing that I got. What I want to try to do is I want to see. Well, first off, I want to see how far up the hill I can get with what I've given it, which isn't much, right? Hello, flaming cat. Oh, I forgot to power them. That's not going to go very far. Railroady music. That'd be funny. I wonder if there is like old timey. What's a good railroady genre? Powered by Flaming Cat. Actually, he kind of is. I mean, he's there. Let's see if we can hook up a generator to him. We can have him run boil some water, create some steam. Where are the goats? Probably out batting around things that shouldn't be batting around. See, they're not my pets. The goats aren't my pets, so they don't stick around. They just wander oot and about. Good to see you, Donnie. Glad you're home. Yeah, no, I don't know where they are. Probably off in the distance. Like, there's this wolf over here. That wolf is actually, like, someone. It showed up because of someone. I have all the live long days somewhere on a lyric. We don't want to hear that on loop, though, Jeff. I don't think that. I don't think people would last very long with that. Hey, Mama Dreams is here. Hi, Mama Dreams. A little late and a little, but I left an independent denomination and went to a denomination non-denomination. Yeah. You went to AOG? No, it's an. Yes, it's an or. Back. It's an or. Or. 17. Go. I'm not digging this music. Kind of annoying. I'm gonna go back to the jazz lounge. It's just I'm so used to it now. I was all about the the synth wave there for a little while. Why is the cat on fire? Hit exclamation point Minecraft and you'll find out. There you go. Oh, Rogue, by the way, if you have been thinking about trying Rogue, this is a really good month to do that because I get double the commission, and you still get 20% off. So it's pretty slick. Starting at the end of the, however, starting the fourth week of January, I just signed a deal with a coffee company called Dragon Roast Coffee, and we're going to be starting a Dungeons and Dragons campaign because it's all Dungeons and Dragons themed coffee. It's like the most nerdy thing in the history of the world, and I love it, and I love that we're able to partner together with them. And so we're going to start a D&D campaign, and they're going to have a special deal only for our viewers, just for Christian Ninja, not for like all the affiliates, just me and you, so we can get 15% off instead of 10. It's pretty slick, man. I'm really excited about it. Zach is the demon cat. Yes, that's exactly the deal. What happened? What was supposed to happen? Supposed to get a pig. Hold on a second. Don't give any bits if it's not going to do it. Yeah, hold on. Okay. You're all connected. Oh, there we go. Hello. Just took a second. It's all good. Hello. There is the pig known as Ukulele for Worship. Meow. Meow. Here, we're trying to put down redstone. Boop. And then I'm going to put track. Powered rail. What is that? Oh, you're the activator rail. I don't want to do that. I want to just do powered rails. Okay. And then powered rail. I only have one. Okay, fine, whatever. Pig will become the structure. How you doing, Zach? Hey, I asked you the other day, what you're doing for content, and if you made a plan or whatever. And then I don't think either you didn't answer or I didn't pay attention. So did you answer that question? And if you did, what was the answer? Powered and activated? The actual activator. It when you go across it, something happens. Whereas this one just adds juice to the go. Makes you go faster. All right. And then boop. And then powered one? That how that goes? Yeah, look at that. Okay, good. Then I wasn't ignoring you. You were ignoring me. And now I'm mad at you. So, like anything, it just turns whatever the thing is on, right? Whatever you connect to it, it's like a switch. Or at least that's what I think I remember. This is so frustrating. I keep having to go through my inventory. Green would be mad at me, and he should be mad at me. It's like a button. Yeah, kind of like a button. There's also a detector rail that sends redstone signal when you ride over it. But the activator does that too. Am I getting those confused? I thought that's what the activator does. Like if you, or is it just when you're on it, a detector, when you're on it, it works, and then when you're off of it, doesn't? Whereas an activator just is like an on button. I've not made an actual plan, but I do have a friend that I'm talking is going to help create one. Their name is ChatGPT. I'm a big fan of ChatGPT. Or Chad GPT. He's that wonderful Indian man who I spend a lot of time with. Good old Chad GPT. Ow! That was a little too far. I shaved my head yesterday, but yeah, I got a new. Believe it or not, you're gonna. I don't know if you're gonna find it funny or not. I kind of find it funny. My parents bought me a Manscaped razor for. Hello, chickens. Hi, Jeff. Reno the chickens. You are now 5 chickens, Jeff. Thank you. What are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go? Look at you. Look at you being free. Yeah, Chad, good partner Thompson. There you go, good partner Thompson. There you go. That's a good one. Yeah, I got the same issue right now. I have to do an annual plan. I don't have to. I want to do an annual plan that has oh no. It's gonna look gross for a second. How did I screw this up? I thought it what you okay, so yes, it was going to be 5 chickens. It is 5 chickens. It is technically 5 chickens. And I can prove that by killing them. But cuz what it does, this server has a special thing to keep the lag down that takes mobs and smushes them together. Because that way, instead of having it run multiple entities all at once, it only runs the one. So yeah, it is 5 chickens. Chicken butt, why chicken tie? Amen. All right, let's see. I don't know how far up the hill I'm going to make it. I feel like this is going to be a really, really failed experiment. Also, that I forgot my freaking. I'm going to buy one. Forget it. I want to. I'm going to have to buy a rail cart. Is it under redstone? Probably not. Is it under miscellaneous? Probably. Give me a mine cart. I don't want to walk all the way home. Ah, sigh. Sorry, guys. Minecraft makes me not think good. I end up just wasting so much time. It's a wonder that I built anything on this server, considering how long it takes me to do anything. 1 is the loneliest number. Yeah, you're right. If you put the activator next to a power, it will turn on the power for the fast one. Yeah, okay. But it won't turn it back. Will it turn it back off when you go back across it? Is that how that works? I assume it does. I'm leaning over because my monitor's too low. I should bring up the desk a little bit. My monitor's really low. Hi, Shadow. Okay. Minecart. Let's get in it. And kitty cats, you can't come on the ride. That's just the way it is. Sorry, that's it's got to be. Actually, I want to check something. If I face this way, hey, come back! There's no reason to get out of there. No. You're going to take off. You're going to take off. I know you are. Lousy cat. You need more Legos? I do. I probably do. Okay, so if I get in this way, it faces that way. If I get in this way, it is a two-way. Okay, so I don't have to do this. I don't turn around. The train doesn't turn around. I turn around. Oh, fascinating. Cool beans. All right. I learned a thing today. Why was there a slowdown there? I wonder. Okay. And now, how far we can make it up. I feel like we're not going to make it far. That did not work. Okay. But I have these two way too close to each other. That works out. Hey, thank you for the follow. You are now a cat. Appreciate the follow, dude. Bray. Thank you, Bray. I'm gonna break this one. Because it's too close to the other one. And I think we'll probably be fine. Hi, Bray. Good to see you. Welcome. Glad you're here. So I think it was about there that I made it to. Let's just not check and just decide that we're right. Wily Ninja Super Genius. That's me. Finding I have to lower my desk a bit more when sitting. I think it was cutting off some nerves in my neck. I shopped for this new chair. I got a wonderful new chair. I love it. It's purple and gorgeous and amazing, but it's like 3/4 of an inch too tall. And so I ended up, I end up like kind of hanging a little too much, which makes my kind of knees. So I tend to curl up and like cross my legs on a box. And then, you know, it's a thing. And then because everything was kind of off, I actually have my monitor stacked on Legos. Like 1, 2, 3, 3.5 mega blocks high. And I'm going to do that to this one too, because it's just a little too low. I've got a tub on the ground. Can you put a gate across to prevent it taking off when you don't want it to? Yes. Well, I could. Maybe. Actually, I don't know. All right. So how far did we make it this time? This is what we're doing today. We're making a train, but we're not really making a train. We're engineering today. Today's engineering day. Bop. And then it almost made it, right? Like I only have to go like 2, probably there. And then boop, and then powered rail, and then normal rail, and then let's try again. You can make a furnace in Minecraft that pretty much works as an engine when you put coal into it. It pushing the back of the minecart. What? Is that true? I'm not saying you're a liar. I'm just saying, what I meant is, would that work here? Would that work here? Not quite. All right, let's see if we can make that. I've never made one of those before. cart. A cart with TNT. That is not probably going to do it. Minecart with hopper. Minecart with furnace. Okay. It takes a furnace and a minecart. Well, who could have saw that coming? Okay. All right. Can I make a furnace? I don't think I have enough. I need stone. I need one more stone. I saw one. I think I see one. I know where there's a stone. There's one right here. Boop. Okay. Furnace. And a minecart, which I have right here. Right click. And then put those two together. I've never made this before. Minecart with furnace. There you go. Okay. I'm gonna put that there. Fascinating. Fascinating. Cart with TNT. Yeah, the big bada boom. I don't want to do the big bada boom. You have to keep it fueled so it uses a fair bit of coal. Does it? Okay. So it's kind of like an emergency backup. I want to do the experiment though. There's got to be one in here. I'm not dumb, am I? Pop. No. Don't answer that question, everybody. It's not in there, even though it does have TNT in there. Okay. Where would it be? In item, commands, ores, workstations, mobs, farming, dyes, miscellaneous, redstone spawners. I would think it miscellaneous. Manages that also to push multiple cards. It can do 5. Oh, fun. That's fun. Otherwise, I'm going to have to just buy metal. I mean, iron. You know what? I'll just buy iron. Screw it. Ah! I'm so quick to hit that escape button. I just need to hit the no button. Ores. Iron. 32. Buy. Perfect. Right click. Make a minecart. Minecart created. Right click here. Now I just need coal. I think I can get coal. Coal is probably a block. Gotta be a block of coal. Gotta be. The shop is weird, Musical Angel. The shop is weird. Okay, that's not coal. Coal? Obsidian. Coal? Mud. Coal? Wool. Maybe it's an ore. I bet it's an ore. Coal. There we go. I'll buy 32 of them. That should get us places. What am I doing wrong? Don't go. Stay here. How do I put it in? Does it be in front of it? I'm not even clicking with it. It should open up, should it not? Well, yeah, but do I need to... You think it's like I'm not supposed to get into it? That's a lot of coal. That is a lot of coal. So if I just do this. Toot toot. Oh, it only can take like 5 at a time. All right, so push this way. And then get in it, I suppose. Go. Now what? I need a bow. I have a tiara. Would you prefer a tiara? Is it pointing the wrong direction? Okay, hold on. Maybe it is. I'm gonna punch it. And then I'm gonna put it back down. Facing this way. Oh, okay, come back. Hold on here, second here. Do I need to add more coal? There it goes the other way. All right, hold on. Poke. Oh. Okay. Off he goes. Bye. I don't like this system. Now I'm alone and I have no train. I think I like the powered rail system better. Yes, it is superior. I still have my cat. I'm like that, like a lonely single person. Just me and my cats playing with my trains. Go. Yeah, come on, really? Okay, so it's got to go here. Right click, powered rail, and then normal rail. Normal. Ooh, that's the bad thing. We're just gonna make it. We're fine. It's gonna look ugly for a minute. I'll come clean it later. That is a steep hill. The next, I mean, I could technically, like, I think if I wound it, it would use less juice, right? I forgot to get in. I didn't. I'm getting in. Out of the way, kitty. No, that can't be right. No. We're gonna get her to run. Just need a little bit more momentum. So close. All right. Redstone track with a button to power it next to the wall will give you a boost to start. Redstone track with a button to power. Okay, hold on. That's a plan. That's a good plan. I like that idea. Redstone rail? No, I think I need to make an actual rail. And then, isn't that right? That one. Oh, it needs gold. That's so dumb. I guess he has a recipe. Go in the server just to make redstone stuff. I like redstone. I'm not good at it, clearly, but it is fun. Like, making it do stuff, making stuff do stuff, super fun. Okay, let's try this. We're gonna replace this one. Right click and then make a button. I know how to make buttons. You just do that. Boop, boop. One cherry button. Put. It's like circuitry. There is a method to the madness. Sleep it. Yeah, you can sleep if you want. Yeah, that would help me out. Last thing I want to do is fight. A little bit forward, and then boop. A little bit forward, and then boop. A little bit forward, and then boop. Donnie. It's working. Do I need momentum? Is that the deal here? We gotta like hit it on the way by? Yep. So you gotta go forward, hit the button, and then it takes it off. Okay, that's a terrible system, but it's something. We'll work on that later. We'll work on that. Oh yeah, I can make a bed. No, I can't. I don't have any sheep. So I can't sheep to sleep. We're just gonna do our best to not die. How about that? Oh, there's an Enderman. All right. See, this is why I need the train to go home. Otherwise, it... I have too many things in my pockets. I'm going to get rid of these 4 things and these 4 things because those are more important. I love that only Minecraft does the phrase, I need to sleep, but I don't have any sheep. It does. Ow! See, that's what I'm talking about. That was terrible. I feel ashamed of myself for that fight. I just want to go to bed. Leave me alone. There's a cat on my head. Uh-huh. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Good to see you. Hi. You know what else? What's going up next? A wall. A freaking wall. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Actually, I might need stairs. What don't I need? I don't need bones. Or fishing rod. Or 200 bits of coal. Or another fishing rod. Or ink. Okay, there we go. We've emptied our pockets a little bit. Why is there a potato? What? Spam wall, how dare you? You know, it's gonna be a big old wall. Like, I mean a big wall. Okay, so we're gonna... Forgot to do this one, apparently. So we're gonna do that one. And then, boop. I'm laughing at my own ineptitude. I can't even. It's so sad. All right, need one more, like, I think we need it right there just to get a little over the hump. So let's try that. We'll put that there. And then redstone, and then rail, and then other rail, and then go get my rail. Should be able to make it now. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Hello? I got ejected. I think I put an actuator on there. Yeah. Yeah. We'll get this eventually. I don't even know why the activators can go over in the corner. We're not going to talk about that. That didn't happen. My own train track rejected me. How sad is that? Yeah. Boink. Come on, please. All right. There we go. Oh, come on. What? Have I been doing that the whole time? What are you? Powered through rail. Okay, we're good. I think I just screwed it up twice in a row. Okay, we'll try this again. Redstone is easy and I'm super smart. That's just how this is working. Let's go. And poke. Poke, I said. Come on. There we go. That was definitely worth it. Up. Oh! That was so close. I'm gonna jump out when I get there. That's how that's the best time to do this. You ready? And then kitty cat in the way. Up. That right there. Okay, it just need to be one step lower. One step lower. I don't actually think I need to add another powered rail. I think that it'll be plenty. Like I think I think we've done it. Is what I'm trying to say. Powered rail, normal rail. And then rail. There we go. Boop. And then, yeah, boop. Let's go. I want a better system than that button. So, I was always one off. How am I always one off? Nope. Okay, there we go. This time for sure. There's a cat in there. Can I get in there too? Of course I can't. Why? Cat? Go away. This is hard. Cats are not good work partners. Up, 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 up. Here we go. And one more. And then one more. Yes. And maybe that's not the best system. Nope. There we go. Okay. Where'd I get you from? Where'd you come from? You'd have no idea. Okay, cool. See, this one here goes like this, and I can switch it if you want to stay here, or if you want to keep going. So I kind of want to redstone that beginning again. I feel like there's a better way to do it. Bob, weave, Bob. Kill. Need hamburger. Delicious steak will save me. Yep. I hear lava. Hold on. You lava? There it is. Ukulele for worship, 250,000 points. That is insane. 500,000 sticker. That's going straight onto a post-it note, so I don't screw that up. Yeah, I know. 500K. 500K. I don't know the math on how much you have to lurk on a stream where a guy doesn't know what he's doing for 4 straight years, but it's not worth the sticker. I tell you what. But that's the best I got for you. They're catching up. 500K sticker. Or ironically, I got stickers sent to me from Ukulele, and she sent me more than one. So maybe I have to go find some other stickers to include with those stickers for Uke. Fantastic. Thank you so much. I can't begin to tell you how awesome it is to be working with Ukulele for worship. And like, she knows that, and you guys all know that, and how awesome she is, especially if you've been on her stream at all. But like, thank you for being so consistent. Like, what else can I say other than that kind of consistency is such a level of love to be able to say, you know, you've been here so often and so much and been helpful and huge part of it. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, we all know Taco wouldn't exist without Ukulele. But the for me personally on my stream right here, this thing here, it's very special. Thank you. They are, in fact. Okay. I wonder why. There we go. Cool. Look, a light. Uke deserves an extended party. Yeah. Uke deserves a lot. Hey, Jim. All right, here we go. We're gonna let's work on the best way to start this thing. We're gonna let's dig a little bit out here. We're gonna need a bit more room. Yeah, we're gonna need a little bit more room. For my 250K sticker, and I get this stinking feeling I've actually redeemed it twice. You have how? That's actually impossible. Like, there's no way you could redeem it twice. Have I not sent you I don't have a thing that says 250K sticker to Donnie, do I? Did I miss that? I thought I had all been caught up. I'll have to go through my 750 post-it notes. Did I screw that up? I'm sorry, Donnie. If I did, I'll get on that real quick.
Shut up and take my money.
There you go. Yeah. Maybe I have been negligent in my post-it note obedience. That'd be no good. You want a sticker? Who doesn't want a sticker? I freaking love stickers. There's nothing I wouldn't do for a sticker. Okay, we'll clear this out a little bit. I've been thinking about this a bunch. I should bring a bed. Why don't I just get a bed?
Say hello to my little friend.
I was 100K and 250K, working my way to 500. If I've missed somebody, please remind me. I'm not, because I've had a lot going on. Let's just say I've got a lot going on. And so please forgive me. But I'm going to do my best to... Still full, eh? That was loud. That was loud. That always gets me, man. Sometimes I think about, you didn't hear anything? XtianNinja subscriber sticker? Just for subscribing? But you already get my dulcet tones and incredible wisdom. That's what you get. It was loud, yeah. That was really, really loud. You have not missed one. Okay, good. I thought I hadn't missed one. If Donnie hasn't got his or it didn't show up, let me know. Because I will get it to you, my man. I really will. I don't know if I've redeemed the 250 at least once. Only because I only have 11 now. Okay, I'll go through and see if I missed something. It is time. Like, you guys want to see something really sad? Like this is my level of post-it note. Like, there's probably 30. It's been a day. It's been a month, man. Okay. Okay. I could have sworn I did it though. I love lamp. That was sorry. If that was too loud for you guys and it scared you as much as it did me, I can try turning it down. Part of the reason I didn't turn it down yet is because, for that exact reason, because it does scare me and it's kind of fun. There's 100K. There's so many. And it's like, the reason I have all those post-its is because you guys come up with good ideas or I need to fix something. And then when stream's over, I'm tired. And then Friday comes and I'm like, I got to do stuff. And it's like, are you going to do those things that you've been writing on your post-it notes? No, I got to do other stuff. What are you, crazy? Started before it went off, so it did not startle me. Well, I'm glad that you did. If it's annoying to you and you feel like you don't want that happening, let me know, and I'll do my best to. All right, to fix it. Hey, whoop, whoop, whoop. Kitty cat pushing me around. Okay, so this will continue on. We'll keep this going for a little bit, right? Like, but I wanted to do something. We got to do something. What about a ramp? Like, what if it just did this? Would that be? Yeah. What if we just did that? Why can't it just be just use the power of gravity? We'll use the gravity to destroy the gravity, like Thanos. All right, so right there, and then we'll just do a hill. Doop, 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 doop. And then we'll get some stairs. Okay. I got a plan. Are you trying to figure out how to start? Yeah, I want to start the train. Exactly what I'm trying to do is kick off the rail. So it just makes sense to me that instead of just doing a button, it could just be like gravity. Hello? Hello, Samus. Oh, you've been turned into mutton, Samus. What did you say? What deserved you being eaten by a wolf? I don't know what you did, but it hath been decreed that you shall be eaten by a wolf. Okay, so this goes here. And then we put some rails on. Okay, here we go, rails. Rail, 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 rail. And then put the rail on the track. Get in. Go. Just give it a little push. And then perfect. Although I do need to stop. Oh, come back! No! Okay, hold on. That was close. All right, cool. Whew. Tastes like ham. Tastes like mutton. A powered rail plus button, though, but you need momentum with that. That's the problem, is that you need momentum. I wonder if you could use an activator rail to activate a powered rail. Is that a thing? I'm going to see if that's a thing. So if I use an activator rail, powered rail, and normal rail, and then you put the cart on here, give it a push. Okay, cool. Then you got to put the redstone torch next to it. I know that. How am I always full? I'm gonna have to get a garbage can. I do hate it when my cart goes bye-bye. I really do. Metal. Bones. So many bones. Detector rail instead of an activator. Ah! What the flip, man? I'm in the middle of science. Freaking you know what? Just don't even, man. Leave me alone. Jeepers creepers. Why has everything got to be mean? Minecraft is a scary game. Okay, meep. Hey, Wolfcat. How you doing? All right, those guys, right? Am I right? Okay, was that is the activator rail from what I remember. Okay, I'm going to put this on and then give it a little push. You're not right. Yeah, you're right. Probably a different kind of rail. You said what's the other kind of rail? Yo, I've been all about Minecraft this week. Like so much Minecraft. I've been crafting so many mines. Detector rail. Okay, detector DT rail. Okay, fine. Rail. That's a detector rail. That requires those. Oh, I have those. I put them in the... Ooh. Everything I do takes so long. Why? Because I don't plan. I just do things. You know what? I'm going to put you, kitty cat, I'm going to put you with the other kitty cats. So come here. Come here. Come here for a sec. Come here. Where are you? Yeah, there you go. Sit. You can stay in the land of cats. Wait, what was that? Hold on. A stone pressure plate. Okay, I guess. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. We had a big talk today, and it was really, I think it was really, really good. And then I'm jumping into Minecraft, so I'm doing pretty good. It's my life is a little complicated right now with some stuff, you know. But I'm not going to. I can't complain. God has been very, very kind to me. What is the recipe for a stone plate? Pressure plate. Stone. Oh, it's just 2. Okay, far out. Okay. And then that one. Okay, now I finally made it. Good for me. I've eaten a bit of Nan, but it's very old. It's very old Nan. All right, let's try the detector. So then we don't need that. Put that on here. Oh, hey! That super worked. Huh. Okay, okay. Slick. Let's go do that. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Okay, put everything in here. Holy mackerel, do I ever not need any stuff. We'll only keep what we need. Detector rail. I don't need activator rails. Those are confusing. Probably iron. Probably redstone. Probably minecart. Maybe gold. Maybe shears. And probably I don't know, maybe a torch? Candle? I don't know. We'll stop now. Okay, let's go down and fix it. Cool. Wait, no, not that way. Not that way. Let me out. Get your food. Your inventory makes me want to scream. I'm sorry. I forgot to get food. Is that what you meant by get food? Is that what you meant? Put up a gate. Oh, you mean, yeah, something. Yeah, okay, you're right. Okay. So. I did. I left. You're right. I did. I absolutely did. Here's what we'll do. Stop moving, salmon. Get back here. Bah. Bah. Bah, 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 bah. There, I did it. Bubble. Drowning. Oh, almost didn't make it. How do you spell it? Oh, how bonkers. B-O-N-K-E-R-S. My stairs kind of look like a unicorn. Yo, Mountain, what up, dude? How you been? We should have bears that hunt for salmon. Yes! That's what we need. Salmon bears. There. Happy now? Probably not. We're gonna extend this just one more, or maybe two more, and then we'll be good. Beautiful. Extend is so pretty that he subconsciously makes his stairs look like it. I mean, it's instinctual at this point. All right, so then you'd put the powered rail here, activator here, and then nothing nader there. Right click a nader here, and then go. Yeah, that's better. Actually, I'm going way faster. First aid training to good use. Are you? As in, like, because you keep getting hurt? No, 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 no. I may have lost my train. Quite ironic that when you kill a fish, it drops itself. But I guess chickens drop most of themselves. A big part of themselves. 110%? Saying what to 110%? Hannah? Oh, when the you being 110% bonkers. Yeah, I mean, it's scientifically accurate. What's gone? It's not gone. I got it. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. I will get my food though. There you go. Otherwise, Hannah's gonna or Musical Angel's gonna punch me. You have been questioned with a wet noodle, Damus. What do you do? All right, a gate. A gate, she says. A gate. Okay. Gate. Cool. I wonder if that'll work. I mean, it is a gate. So that is not what I wanted to do. Actually, it's not even close to what I wanted to do. Is it? Maybe it is. Hold on. I can make that look not dumb. Let's get a fence. Hello. What did you do, Banana? You're about to be eaten. You're gonna get killed, Banana. No, run! Run, Hannah! Run! I don't know what you did, but you've been eaten. Eaten to death. Hi, Jones. I must be bonkers to be where I am. Where am you? Yeah, what did you say? Did you respond? That you're using your why are you using so much? You're in Did you say you're in Cali? As in Fornia? Is that what I saw? I think I know what we did. Do you? Did I even make the fence, or did I forget to make the fence? I think I did. I was so excited watching Hannah get eaten. I didn't know what to do. Sleepy sheepy. You know what, kitty? It's perpetually in the way. Mr. Go? Man. I didn't get bits. I never no, it's not bits. There are certain secret things that are in chat. If you say certain things, and I don't reveal what those are, special things happen. That's what's going down. So you said something that triggered it to do that. I questioned you with a guitar ninja. I'm guessing there was a talk box involved. He was like with that Peter Frampton's tube. Yeah, maybe. All right, let's go get a concussion. No. No, that was worse. This is hard. Freaking cat's in the way. Stay to the side. You're sitting. How do you get in the way if you're sitting? You slowly make your way my way? All right. Go. Nope. That wasn't it. I went under it. Oh, that did not work. Okay. I like your theory, putting a gate across it. But it What if I shift click and put a gate down? Will that work? I doubt it. Nope. Tamara, you just putting in words? You just can't stop a minecart. Yeah. It's the unstoppable minecart. There's got to be something I can do. You guys are all redstone engineers. What do you do? You're playing words on stream, but without words on stream? Yeah. All right. Tea worked so well that I very much did not want to get up today. Oh, the sleepy time tea. I told you, it'll knock you out, man. I love me some sleepy time tea. Okay. I guess it could just see what I wanted it to do is I wanted it to be able to kind of go and then stop. So I think what's going to have to happen is that you're just going to have two lines, right? It's just going to have to go this way and then stop at the end. And then you'll have to get up, put down your minecart, and then go again. But that's not how trains work, and so I don't want to do that. If it worked, yeah. I mean, at night, if I have some of that extra sleepy, it really does. Pop a piston up when it hits a detector rail. There's an idea. Using the power of detector rails. Great idea. Okay. A turned off powered rail will break it. Turned off powered rail will break it. Oh, I see. That's a lot easier. Is that like right there? Here we go. Well, that's easier. All right. Okay. So if I put a little hill right here, I'm gonna try. We're gonna do another experiment here. So if I put a little hill right here, like just a little one. Yeah, us together. We're all in this together. We'll clean this up later. We're just doing science for now. And then powered rail in the middle. And then boop, boop. And then boop. Right? There's just power rail plus button at the end points. Turned off the cart stop, push a button, and it heads off. But it doesn't head off, though. That's the thing. Right? Like, what it did was it you had to get a little momentum going to make it work. But that will stop it. Yeah, okay, let's see if that works. So zoom and then stop. Then you get out and you're here. Okay. And then the button. Yeah, so I have a button in this other place. Button. Where to put the button? Button. I mean, I know the recipe. Let's make another one. Button. Okay. Put the button here. That's not gonna work, is it? No. Silly. If I put it on the side, does it work? Yep. Okay. So if I come on, zoom, then I hit the button. See, it'll turn it on, but you need to have momentum in order for it to go. My eyes hate me for some reason. I'm not tired after 2 days. Sometimes that happens to me, where I'll get like I don't know, my circadian rhythms get all eurythmic or some jazz, and I end up just kind of not be able to sleep for like a couple of days, and then it all goes back to normal. But yeah, occasionally I just can't. I can't even. Well, then this is unnecessary. This part's unnecessary. Because I don't actually need it to switch the switch. So if I put a fence here, I don't know how redstone works. So hold on, let me just do a redstone experiment. If I put a fence here, and then I put can I put a button on a fence? Come back. Can I put a button on a fence? No. Maybe water under the cart. Hydropower. Yeah, that's a boat, son. I think you're thinking boat. If I put the button here. Diddly ding ding, darn it. Okay, that's not working. So because I know that redstone carries a block away. You're right. Power can be generated by water. You're not wrong. I don't know if I can put it under a boat or under a train to make it go, though. How would I put a button alongside? If I go like this, I can't put a button there. And if I put a button here... Oh, it does turn on. Okay, hold on. Don't know what to try. How's your head, man? Hey, how's Mountain's head these days? So if I go like this, it'll give me a push. Okay. Okay, that's cool. You have that? Oh, that's so awesome, man. I'm so happy to hear that. I hope I didn't jinx you, but yeah, I'm so happy to hear that. You know what, kiddies? You're all going to the house. Everybody's coming to the house. Everybody's going to come to the house. Come to the house. I know, right? I hope we didn't jinx it. Come here. Come here. Come here. I said come here. All of you. Sit. 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 There was a fourth one. There you are. Sit. Are you gathering honey or are you stuck? Or pollen or are you stuck? Yeah, I think that was pollen. Get inside. I said I mean, it's for if your own good so I don't kill you. I was strongly considering sorting those guys to death. Would there be a way to make a hill? If this was a piston, it would just go up and it wouldn't change anything. Like you couldn't make it into a hill that it would tip over. Or if I move this one. Oh, actually, hold on. I think I'm going to try that. Oh, that's not right. Redstone. Sticky piston. By one. Okay. Sticky piston under here. Oh, nope. I'm trying to make it so that all you have to do, you come up and you can make a choice. You can get out, or you can hit the button and keep going. That's what I'm trying to do. And I figure that if I do a sticky piston right there, and there's a block. Oh, am I outside of a land claim? That's so dumb. I can't actually move. I can't use a piston outside my land claim. Are you kidding me right now? You know how far away my land is? Yeah, they don't work. Ah, that's so silly. How far can I bring my land then? That was not what I wanted to do. Hey, Paytona, how are you? How far did my land extend? Gimme. Claimed by a XtianNinja. Okay, where's my edge? There's my edge. Okay. You think I can't go all the way over there, can I? Okay. Let's see if I can bring my golden shovel. See how far I can get my golden shovel. Can I get it over there? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay today. Shoulders are absolutely fried though. Like I kid you not. I am just in so much. My shoulders are so uncomfortable. I don't know what to do about it. Okay, golden shovel. And then you grab your land claim. We're here. Pick it up. And I'm going to see if I can get out how far I can get. I strongly doubt I'm going to be able to get all the way over here. That's a lot of things to try to grab. Right? Let's see if I can go right here. Holy doodles! It with 10 blocks to spare. I can't believe it made it. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, great. That makes me happy. Wow. Wow. Okay. So now the pistons work. That's so cool. I honestly didn't think that was going to work. Okay. So if I have a train track on here, I mean, you get in this game, so Mountain, on this server, depending on how long you play, you are granted more size to your region. So like you start with like I think it's a 12 by 12 block. Like it was literally, you start with the size of my house. Like that was as big as I had when I started. It's the size of my little house over there. And then and the more you play, the bigger your land can get. So I have now claimed all the way up to over here as my land. So that's pretty cool. So oh, it kicks it off. Oh, that's not good. I'm not sure there's a way to fix that. But the thing I wanted to do works. Basically, like if you come along here, I'm gonna try that. If I have my rail cart on here, and I turn it up like this. It has to be one behind. One behind. So remove that. Okay, hold on. And you put the activator power, no, the stoppy power rail right here. And that. Nope. Here. Put the cart back on. And then if I hit the button, it should make a little hill. Or some no good comes up. I know you literally, if it's a good idea to do. If you want to know how to do it, basically you just right click with a golden shovel and then you move it and you right click with a golden shovel. I do think I'm the only one who can activate it, and anybody who I've given permission to. Let's see if this works. It kind of did. It kind of did. So, if this was powered, oh, I guess I didn't need to do that. And then the train came. No, that wouldn't work because it couldn't stop. Let's try that experiment first. Hold on, let's try that experiment first. Goes here. Yep. That works. So theoretically, so if this was a powered, I can't make this a powered rail either. I can make that an actuator though, an activator. So if I make that an activator, will it activate the? I do like me some jazz, Jim. I'm all about it. Activator rail. Okay. If I do the activator rail, I got it on here. I mean on here. Deadgum. No, that's supposed to be the button one. And then you're coming along. And then you're like, doo-be-doo-be-doo, doo-doo-doo. Whoa, whoa, okay. Why didn't you activate? Because it needs power? No, it is power. Oh, you finally left, did you? Okay. You finally got away. Alright, I'm overthinking this. We're just gonna remove some of this. I'll think about this another time. I am way in the weeds when it comes to my brain power right now. Powered rail, stop here. And then normal rail. Go here. Right? And then we just remove here. And then you just stop. You go tunk. But we'll figure that all out later. Right now, we can just do I don't know about jazz. I mean, not all, yeah, you're right. Not all jazz is great, but the good stuff is good. Hello. Who are you? You're dancing queen. Come with me. I have a home for you. We're gonna have a cat farm. Through the hot tub, over the candles, past the dog, near the horse, bend the corner, and sleepy time kitty. Stay there. You should sit too. Can I make you sit, horse? Nope, I can just get on the horse. Okay, I think either I take a break or I end the stream. My body is screaming right now. A catastrophe. It's there's got to be another pun for cat thing that you know, a cat collection, a collection of cats. You know what? I'm gonna take a little break. I'll be back in a little bit. We're gonna stream till 4, so I'm only gonna be on for a bit. I just gotta go use the bathroom, stretch my arms, and then I'll be back. In the meantime, please do me a favor. 2 things. Number 1, go check out my website. I got a newsletter. I think it's pretty good. And I think it's helpful. We just put out the big talk about TikTok yesterday on there. And the second thing is, if you have enjoyed the stream, or you have been enjoying the content, or the devos are good for you, or you've been having fun, the best thing you can do for me is to tell a friend, tell your church, tell your small group, tell whatever that I'm here. A catalog. We're creating a catalog. That's fantastic, Jeff. Yes. So please, if you wouldn't mind doing that, that'd be great. Copy paste this thing. Send it off, and at least it'll make your life and my life a little easier. I'll see you very soon.
A picture that you could never see in any other way.
Okie dokie. I wanted to do something before we get too crazy here. I want to go looking for some inspiration. So hold on. We're gonna disconnect. We're gonna get out of here. It's because I want to be able to. I want to see if we can find something. Okay. XNV2. He's AWOL. What? Really? He didn't work? Yeah. The girl from Ipanema. The lady from Iwo Jima. That's better. I like it better. Interesting. I wonder if I ran out of money. I bet I did. Maybe. Or it's just broken. Are you down, ChatGPT? No, you don't seem down. All right, we'll figure that out later. Add it to the list. Put it in my pile of Post-its. All right. What I want to find is, are there any train stations? Mountain train station. I want to see if there's some pictures of train station, but like are in a mountain. Tall and tan and young and rurvy. She's the lady girl from Ipanema. No, in the side of a mountain. In the side of train station in the side of a mountain. Because I want to see if there's something I can maybe copy. No, I don't like that. Yeah, that's red circle. That's the place I want to put it. Did you? I bet they didn't. It can't be a good idea. Like, this makes sense. Maybe ChatGPT can't help. Let's ask. I want to create a cherry blossom theme train station in the side of a mountain on Minecraft, and need some inspiration or some design inspiration. See what we got. Torrygate? Nah. Blossom Caves. Platform area, flooring decor. Yeah. I get that. Not really. No Tory. You create an image of one with this idea, these ideas. Let's see what it looks like. You can work from photos. I'll bet there's some Swiss train stations. I'll take a look at those later in a minute. Crap. I just cleaned this sweater. No. No. I want to see the mountain too. Oh, that's pretty cool looking. Not sure I can pull that off. Really cool looking though. I'll give it that. Is that a train station? I guess I see our train track in there somewhere. I like the model, the three-stage model. And if you had the train kind of come in that way, let's ask. Okay, what if it was near a lake, a mountain, lake, as though travelers get on the train to go to that lake. Yeah, that's definitely how English people talk. Whoa! Oh, I like that on the side there. That's... I like that. Yeah, I like that flower. I like that flower. It's very pretty. So I would have to carve the inlet. Looks easy. No problem. I'll polish that off by the end of stream. No biggie. I like it. Okay, we're gonna hang on to that one. Do one where one side of the image is the mountain rail station. The other is a vista over the lake. Let's see if that works. AI in Minecraft? Oh, there are some pretty neat AI in Minecraft videos out there where they're getting AI to try to teach it how to Minecraft, and it does pretty good. More and more iterations of how many, GPTs they create. It's certainly becoming better and better at Minecraft, or at least the interpretation of what they think how Minecraft should work. I like how this train just goes right into the wall, which mine does too. I can't say that's not how mine ends. You have to inset the flower. No, I do like that flower. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like the posts. I kind of like that. This actually is pretty cool. Anybody have a prompt or something I could maybe give it that would clarify it to be a bit, because I like what it's got here. But because that circle is where that flower could go. I like how this is a circle. Because yeah, I'll just put a circle there. No biggie. Was that supposed to be the train? Maybe. I like that a lot. But want to see a simpler version of the station. Keep everything else though. I ain't no Trixie Blocks. Trixie Blocks is amazing, by the way. If you're not watching Trixie Blocks, go watch Trixie Blocks. If you're interested in Minecraft building, he's amazing. This one's pretty slick. I kind of like that idea. Quid's got 500K? Are you gonna hit the button? Gemini has a system where you can actually have a production of the same. It basically photoshops the same image, right? So it's like if you got a duck and he's, you can put a hat in the duck, it'll be the exact same duck with a hat on. It's like put him in a costume or whatever, be the exact same duck but in a costume. This GPT doesn't do that. This GPT does just kind of it just spits out one more image, spits out another image, spits out another image. So I'm gonna see if the same prompt in Gemini would work better. What would my clarification? Give me some images, because it's a little slicker. I want to see it as an image, please. I was like, here, I'll describe it to you. Cetus has a search for Google Images. No, you create it. I think it's because I'm not on 2. All right, let's try that again. 2 is way smarter. There. That's terrible. What? Well, it does though. Imagen 3 is actually pretty slick. It's supposed to be by a lake and in the side of a mountain near the lake. Duh. There we go. Okay. It's a lot simpler. Can you fancy it up a bit? I'd like it to be cherry blossom themed. Ew. You suck. That's terrible. That's terrible. Okay, all right. Not bad. Make it so that one side of the image is the station in the mountain, inset into the mountain, and the other side is a vista across the lake. That's what I told the other one to do, and it came up with a pretty good idea, right? They came up with not that one, that one, I think. Of all of them, I like this one the best. I think that's kind of doable too. So simple. Something a professional Minecraft designer would do. Because this is just like, bleh. Bleh. I'm kind of shocked that, it's a little better. That's actually more what I had in mind when I was thinking about how to plan it. What a do-do-do. Like, was just basically like, it goes in, it's got some lights, it's got a roof. Which is actually, this is almost exactly what Star Pony made. That's almost literally what Star Pony made. Just hers was purple. Okay, one more try. You're having it in the lake, but the station is supposed to be up the mountain a bit, overlooking the lake. Right? I mean, if you said, search the entire internet and put together the most professional looking train station you possibly can, and it came up with Star Ponies, that's something. So basic. Make it look nicer and more complex. Yes, you did add more layers, and therefore that would be more complex. You suck, Gemini. You're bad at this. One more try. Let's try Canva, because they have this thing called Dreamlab, which is actually based on Leonardo. So I'm going to give it the same prompt that we started with. Because it's an image thing, it won't need me to say, go make an image. Paste. Be smart, try it. Okay, go. Problem with this one is it doesn't do like iterative conversation. You have to kind of clarify your own thing. Oh, hey, that's not too bad. Actually, that's pretty good. That's nice and simple. It goes by. That's even better. And a lot closer to what I was looking for, actually, because there's no lake to be seen, and it's kind of cherry blossom themed. I like the white. What was that? Is that all quartz? I have to go quartz shopping. I like the little station over here. Lanterns are cool. That's much simpler. Actually, that looks like a house. It's simpler. I don't like it as much. And that looks like a train station. Oh, I never thought of that. Have it come through and like be in like a tunnel? Could you do a combo of the two? I mean, that is a tunnel. This goes smoking to the side of the mountain. So presumably we connect the tunnel. Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. Let's see if we can clarify a little bit. Create a cherry blossom theme train station over in the side of a mountain, overlooking a lake. You know, Minecraft, cherry blossom, overlooking a lake. It should be beautiful, complex, and something a professional Minecraft designer would make. Let's see how that goes. Trying to come up with, I am Sleepy Wifey. Yeah, it's exactly what I'm trying to do. Is because I've got an idea of what I kind of want to do. I kind of like this one, or is it this one? I like this one, because I like the design and whatnot. The train comes in, and I liked this one because it's got that really cool looking little tunnel. And then ChatGPT came up with one that was was pretty cool. I think it was this one, right? I kind of like that. I like how the posts. I like how it's hanging out. It'd be kind of cool to like build it out and have those posts go down so it looks like you're right over the lake. I kind of like that. There's another one above. Put it in front of the train. Put it in front of the train. Well, I'm down at a lake. The lake already exists. This one is pretty slick. Like, I like that idea of it being, you know, I like the stairs coming up. I love that flower motif thing in the background. That's kind of cool. I could probably pull that off, maybe. And I like there's a torii gate in the water. I don't think that's allowed. But this is pretty cool. That's not even a train. That's a house. That is also a house. You forgot the train. Did I not say train? Create a train station in the side of a mountain. Train station in the side of a mountain overlooking a lake in Minecraft style. See, this one isn't quite as iterative. Check it. Are there? Okay. I didn't know that. I've only remember seeing them on land. Okie Dinah. Nope. Very no. Did I forget the cherry blossom? Oh yeah, okay. Cherry blossom themed. That's not cherry blossom themed. No, there's that. That kind of is. Ooh. Well, that looks like the white one that I'd created before that I saw in the other one. So I guess we could, why don't we just use a couple of these as inspiration? I like that one. Put that over, put it in the old downloads folder. Boop. And then what was the other that I thought was cool? Not that one. Up, 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 up. Where'd it go? I think it was the other. Yeah, it was the other thing. Gemini? Was it Gemini? Now my brains don't work anymore. Oh, what's good news? Good news, bad news. Nope, 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 nope. Hold on. What did I do? Oh no, it was on here. It was the one with the tunnel. That one. Okay. Sleepy Jr. ate one green bean. Small victories, man. And I kind of like that one. Okay. I guess we could just use two. Yeah, we're good. Okay, we're good. Good. This is so complicated. That is not what I want. This is insane. I am not prepared. Well, that is kind of cool looking. All right, so we'll come back around to that then. Now that we've done a little bit of shopping and looking around for what we need, it's we're gonna rate out. We'll come back, and tomorrow is Thursday, so I'm gonna try to find some weird pictures for us, and then we're gonna probably play some more Minecraft. Why not? We've hit the moment of no naps, and I'm literally slipping into madness. Ah, tis but a season. 'Tis but a season, my friend. This too shall pass, as they say. But yeah, I hear you, man. That's rough. Rough on the mom for sure. Rough on whoever's staying home. It is butt season. Yeah, that's what I said. Mom, yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing, right? Is that it used to be in the afternoon, take a little nap, catch your breath, get a little break from the baby, go back into it. But now there's this relentless monster of a energy. Yeah, and the day, you know, it's like, okay, we're gonna just put a TV show on for 30 minutes or so. But you got to be careful with that, because then you end up with making the kids like addicted to TV, or TV ends up being the thing that babysits them. But there's nothing wrong with turning the TV on for 30 minutes. You can have a lie down. That's not a bad thing. Not evil. Yeah. I don't really know anybody who to write out to for bedtime, and it's like stay up or go to bed and do it all over again. Yeah, 'tis life, 'tis life. Let's read Charles. He's been a good guy. I like Charles. He's been kind. Clipper Dipper? What? I feel bad for your sleepy wife. I do get some help, and if you do start getting crazy, there's nothing wrong with asking for a babysitter just so you can go out by yourself and get a few hours, or go shopping, go do your your nails done, or have a nap or something. Changen? I've never heard of Changen. Is that a Christian streamer? Oh, KL fan. Oh, okay. Hold on. I will cancel the raid. And then we'll KO fan. I know. Okay, there you go. Sure, why not? We haven't raided her in forever. All right, dudes. As I said, please share my stuff. Please check out the website and sign up for the newsletter. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'll try to find some weird stuff for you, so it should be fun. Thanks for being here, dudes. I hope you had a good day. I hope the Devo was helpful. I hope the stream was at least a little interesting, even though we're kind of chasing our tails with that train. I don't think we got much done, but we did science. That's what matters. That's what matters. Science. We're smarter. We're 10% smarter than we were before stream started, right? I appreciate it, Shadow. Thank you for being here. I'll see you guys tomorrow.